This is my table. We have Karina, Cam, Kyle, and Jason back for Season 1, Episode 6, although I've only actually streamed 2 episodes, so second streaming episode, but 6th playing episode of The Iron Road. The characters are the erstwhile co-owners of the Dark Maiden, and they are traveling to the city of Natha in Dalkesh at the head of the Targa River, there to consult the Great Library. That's a little bit farther down on your map. Now, that said, they have stopped at Hepenolis, which is a city basically in the bay. Let me actually get to the map here. I really need a transition wand. So they have stopped here at Hepenolis, which is basically an island, which about 60 years ago was reconquered by the Dalkeshi. If we recall, there is a great harbor, which is brightly washed and seemingly very vibrant. Behind that, there is the buildings, which are the tradesmen and the regular people. And then behind that, you have sort of the slums of Hepenolis. Okay, so like this great gray area. To the left, up on a rise, there is the great citadel of the warlord, or the satrap of Hepenolis, whose name you don't know. But apparently of more interest to you is the vast necropolis of dead, which rises away from the city of Hepenolis itself into the distance. Last session, there was some determination that you guys wanted to visit that. Maybe take some candid drawings. And,
yes, a self-portrait in the necropolis.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess the question is, what? How exactly do you go about? Okay, let's just cut to the chase. You guys are looking for something to steal in the necropolis. Is that too gentle a way of saying it?
No, we're absolutely going there to steal as much in terms of like valuable trade goods as we can.
Whatever's not nailed down.
What she said.
Okay. So
we're poor. We need money.
Right. Okay. So I'm just going to bring up 2 factors. Normally, the necropolis is guarded by religious fanatics, right? That's the first thing. But the second thing as well, because there are many people who have your exact attitude, the people who are buried there that have money tend to have enough sway to actually...
Don't touch my stuff after I'm dead. It's booby-trapped.
Yeah, there's that. Right?
That's what you're for, right?
Have you met Jason?
Fausto.
Yeah, Fausto. Okay, so how do you go about this? I'm kind of curious. What do you do?
No.
We have time to kill. We're just checking it out.
So, guarded, right?
Not guarded as in guards, but the Temple of Verani, in Dalkish society, because they do bury their people in great cities in the necropolis, is the guardians of the gateway. Okay, and so their priests are responsible basically for the maintenance of the necropolis, right? Their priests, like the priests who are responsible for that, the guardians of the dead, may or may not be, deadly fighters, but they are still eyes, and they have access to deadly fighters. Let's put it that way. So not really guarded, but not empty either.
Okay, so patrolled, as it were, not like deliberately patrolled, but
yes, there are people who are present there. Yes.
Cool. So we can either stealth our way in, which I would not be taking the lead on, or we can try and talk our way in.
Well, okay, so the necropolis itself, the reason they're put into a necropolis is so that their descendants can go and honor them. Access to the necropolis is not
restricted,
free, right? Like you can go there at any time. As foreigners to the city, there might be a few thin iron coins that you need to give up in order to enter, but right?
Yeah, we can go there if we get caught looting. It was definitely one of our ancestors who, left us a note or something.
The only problem comes that I can come up with that fact is, who around here is Azari?
Azari.
No, I'm Delkashi. Well,
Close enough.
Hetachi.
Yeah, but there could be lots of people buried here. There need to be people of prominence, not necessarily people of the Azoyani Empire.
Right.
So we could all definitely have ancestors here.
You're not actually sure they would ask.
No, they
Right.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
They're
Right. It is the city of the dead. That's what necropolis means, right? So entrance and passage through there, like there are food vendors in the necropolis. It's not a giant tomb. It's a
city.
giant city of tombs,
Yeah.
right? So I guess
So
It's not the easiest place. It's
Well-
not a ancient ruin on a deserted island.
right. The necropolis also covers several square miles.
So to scope it out, we're just fine to go walk around and have a look-see.
yeah, case the joint.
If anything, it's giving us something to do.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
So you're just gonna maybe
We're gonna
Time. Kill some time.
case the joint. I'm gonna try and, I guess, mechanics-wise, make some lore checks to see if I recognize like any sigils or gravestone markings of note.
What I'm looking for is for a really high-quality lock on a place that looks like it maybe doesn't deserve a really high-quality lock.
He's the brains of the operation, really.
Okay, gotcha.
I have to keep you alive.
Yeah.
All right.
Just keep an eye out for.
So now,
I observe.
while you're scoping the place out, of course, you're not going to need anything like weapons or tools or anything, right? Or rope.
Well, maybe not
We're
rope,
going
that'd
grave
be
robbing. I'll bring my
obvious.
kit.
Or armor, for example.
No, I mean,
Well, okay, we're not walking the city without at least some weapons because we damn near got.
We got accosted by pottery.
Okay, in fairness, you do have harsh language.
Okay.
Actually,
That is my weapon of choice.
The
must have been that
level
work, didn't
1
it?
armor is just like sort of
Yeah,
heavy
it's
cloak.
heavy cloak, yeah,
so
so,
I can...
Yeah, I would say that you could probably get away with anything up to 2. Okay.
Okay.
It kind of makes you look. It's stout, but not. It's enough to raise an eyebrow, but not necessarily cause people to stop you.
Yeah.
Right. Besides, the city's dangerous, right? So if anybody asks, you could just say, "Well, we were just robbed,"
Yeah.
right?
we were
That was
just
like last yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get here, we had to make it through the slums. The slums are not the nicest place.
No, true. Okay.
And also, there's like random carts full of pottery to crash into people.
Yeah.
So I guess then, what would you be carrying with you?
So, just in case, one of the torches.
Okay.
Unlit currently.
Oh, daggers are very concealable.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually be wearing the longsword, one of the longswords that we found.
Found. I like that.
Sword and dagger, not my bow necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Sword and dagger.
Tucked, torches under.
Go.
I got my
Longsword,
coat of
short
many
sword,
pockets.
Torch and what remains of my armor, which no longer covers my right arm.
Again.
See, in the other game, there's no locations
So I'm
anymore.
hearing we're not
Hooray.
sticking with concealable weapons then?
I mean,
You
like
want
I'm
to
not
walk on the
like
sword.
brandishing the weapons. I'm just like not. I got like the weather cloak, so it's not like.
It's hot. Your
Yeah,
weather.
we don't
Oh
really-
right, it's like summertime.
The
But,
weather-
okay, so you're in the Middle Sea, which is tropical, subtropical,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So they never see snow here, ever.
Okay. Well, I'm just wearing 2 swords because.
Okay. Well, okay. That said, though, Hepenolis is a fairly rough city, right? There's a big port. There's lots of guards. However, outside of that, there's not an insignificant number of people
We
who
can
are
get-
armed.
Yeah.
Away with having visible weapons as a means more to keep the riffraff away from us, so to speak.
Yeah.
Probably not so much bows, though.
No, the bows aren't coming with us,
That's why I
unfortunately.
said I'm not taking the bow.
Okay then.
Do I have a shield yet?
I don't think so.
Yet. I like that. No.
We never got you a shield. I don't know why.
Hey, I bet I know there's somewhere where you can buy one.
With my 1 silver. All of our money has been going to my healer kit.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, does keep us all alive. So
Yes.
it's
How much do shields cost?
You know, I knew you were going to ask me that question, so I have a very handy, handwritten by Craig.
Shopping!
Just because it got rid of all of the Hyrcanian and all that crap.
Oh, you rewrote. Yeah.
Yes. Regular shield costs us 5 silver falcons.
So, 5 silver falcons.
that's retail though, and only suckers pay retail.
That's right. You can pull it off of a dead body for the cost of only some hit points.
Their hit points, ideally.
Their hit points.
Well, yeah, theoretically.
But she soaks it like nobody's business, so.
All right. So it sounds like you have some weapons and a torch. Anything else?
Several torches I have tucked away.
You have a torch as
All
well?
right, who wants to bring the rope?
The rope is a little obvious, unfortunately.
Well, you can put it in a satchel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll carry the rope.
The portable thieves' tools.
All right. Okay. Rather than the thieves' tools shop.
Well, you know, if I need the hacksaw and the big file and the rest of it, then
We'll come back after dark.
yeah.
All right. And you guys head up to the Acropolis. So Hepenolis is designed sort of as a radial, like the spokes on a wheel. Okay, so it is relatively round, and there are walls that actually separate each of the quarters. Okay. However, these grand boulevards, they extend all the way out. Okay, here near the shore, near the boats, they're relatively clear, right? There are some shops along the side, but a lot of goods kind of travel up and down these arteries. As you pass by the first wall and into the crafters' quarters, well, there tends to be a lot of shops on the road and people haggling, and the roads are generally busy with, as a concourse for all of these people coming and going. As you pass through the second wall and head into the lower class areas of the lower classes, the slave quarters, all of that kind of good stuff. These roads become even more clogged with people coming and going, just a general busyness, children playing in the street, and they go from the streets being immaculate to clean to full of dog crap and detritus from people. They don't own the places, they don't care about this place, they just kind of they live here. Mm-hmm. Eventually you get to what is the outer wall of the city, or would be the outer wall, and then you can see basically the promenade that leads up. Now this road is called the Boulevard of the Dead, okay, which is kind of an ominous note, but it's because this is the spoke that leads out of the city up to the actual necropolis itself. Okay, the necropolis lies. It is surrounded by a low wall, but it's not a wall that would repel any invaders, right? It's relatively thin, maybe 6 to 8 feet high in places.
The edge.
And it looks like it's been expanded over time. Okay, and as you approach that gate, there's 2 large columns, and out front, you have the priests of Verani who are sort of patrolling the outer. Not patrolling. They're monitoring the comings and goings. More importantly, though, they're monitoring the offerings bowls that they are collecting money from people who are passing into the necropolis. You have to get into line, and you are fairly indistinct amongst the crowd of people who are actually entering the city. Okay, there are no questions. It just takes time for people to haggle with the priests about how much they're going to be paying. Okay, the amounts that they're paying though are not so large that you actually have to haggle. You have these coins, right? So you give them a few small coins, and half an hour later, you guys enter the actual necropolis itself. As you do so, the necropolis is designed on the idea that the dead only know equals. Okay? So, you will have, as you walk through, there are a couple of really big, obviously Azuriani imperial tomb-like buildings. Okay? With great bronze doors that look like they've probably been welded shut. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, not welded, but it doesn't look like they open. right?
Yeah, they're doors only in that they're designed to look like doors. It's probably like a piece.
The symbols of Agric are everywhere because that's the god of the empire, but many of these have been defaced. The Dalkeshi don't believe in honoring one god too much above another god. Okay, and so a lot of those have been defaced. But the tombs themselves are these great, marble structures that are built with an imperial eye, right? Important people died and now dwell here, right? Mm-hmm. Right next to those, however, you then have what looks to be common grave markers for, like 10 people will dwell in this grave. People who might have died during the construction of said same tombs, etc. Okay? And these extend out, and the farther out you go, the less organized it becomes, right? Mm-hmm. So the boulevard itself leads up to a fairly prominent rock outcropping, right? The road abruptly ends. And then from there, it's almost like the road hit it and shattered into like 100 other smaller roads that lead off in all directions, okay? And as you look, you can see old columns of Caregian style, small ziggurat, Dalkeshi, some, you actually see some Vinian barrow graves. And they just extend in all direction. Most of them are overgrown with weeds, right? The trees here that have been planted, they grow kind of wild. So it leads to this kind of odd, different structures, different buildings throughout the area, covered with trees and grass and these narrow causeways that lead between them. The people that went ahead of you, right? They disappeared down a causeway, obviously off to visit some ancestor, and gone, right? Like where they go, you don't know. Every so often, you see the hooded protectors of the dead wandering, doing some maintenance here or there, fixing the road or cutting back brush from the roads or pathways. But apart from that, not much else.
All right. So, do we want to split up and see if we can find interesting places of value?
That are out of line of sight.
Yeah, kind of out of line of sight. See if we can figure out.
Great growing.
Yeah,
like staying together might be a better choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of like the not splitting up.
Not split the party. Not
Yes.
split the party.
Not split the party.
All right. But I like you check for suspiciously good locks. I'll check for.
Try and go where they we're looking for really old stuff. You just try and find the oldest graves in this area.
Which is closest to the doors.
No, oldest. Which means probably the furthest.
They started.
They started, yeah. Okay.
Built out.
I think, since this is all weedy and overgrown, we want to take the road that looks least traveled.
That also could work.
That seems logical to me.
Okay.
Let's take the path that seems the
Least traveled.
Yeah.
Oh, Danya's watching. Hi, Danya.
Okay. Fair enough. You guys find yourselves
That's Windstar?
wandering the byways. Okay. The graves all kind of look the same, right? They're built in different fashions, etc. But they all appear to be heavily secured with stone and, everything else, right? Enough that you're like, can we bring the crew to move that stone?
Yeah. I don't think that would go over well with the crew.
So you guys,
that's not in my contract.
you guys spend probably about an hour or so making an observation test. Who's got the best observation?
No.
12.
You.
12 with 2.
12 with 3.
All right, so you'll help him. That's fine. So go ahead and make your roll first.
Stat compare. What?
What the hell? Start the night off. Just for that. Probably could use it later, but it's going to come back and bite me, but who knows?
Is that your last one?
No.
Thinking, boy, that's stupid. I mean, brave.
Okay, so 3 with a complication.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of dread or doom.
And that makes a 4th.
A 4th success?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so searching in this area, I'm going to rule that it was a difficulty 2 to, sort of begin weeding out, right, to find something that might be of value. That'll put 2 momentum on the table. Okay?
Try not to do that by the speaker.
I'm just going to hang on to that card.
Of course you are.
I know what that is, but I don't want it to be yet. Okay?
Just as long as you realize that you have to use the 2 doom that you got on that. There we go.
Okay. So you are looking around and you finally come to an area. It looks to be an older area. You think maybe it dates back to before the conquest, the Azariani conquest of Hepenolis. Hepenolis. Wow, it's a terrible name. You're right, that is a terrible name. Hepenolis.
Oh, that's spelled differently. Last time it had an F in it.
How do you?
It was Hepfenalidis. It was Hephenalidis last time. So you.
I didn't spell it. That's actually from the map.
Okay. Well, that's a better version.
How do you with with that? Eh. So Hepenolis. Yeah.
Hepenolis.
Because it's Cote.
Yeah. Okay. Hepenolis. Okay. Well, thanks for that. Thanks to Kathira, who is the maker of this map. This is the map of Venerive, which is basically Harn. They put all of their accents in so you don't mispronounce them. Of course, for those of us who don't know the accents, whatever. So you come to an area which you think predates the Imperial conquest. Right, a lot of what you see here is there's a lot of broken columns and things like that. The areas appear to be more like clearings with a few markers here and there, and these are definitely you think they might be relatively wealthy because where they are, they kind of have a better view of the bay, etc. Like they're far enough up, so you think, now you read Dalkeshi, okay. So you also know that these symbols appear to represent noble families or something along that line, and it's about that time that you are sort of just wandering and thinking to yourself, "Wow, it's a long way up here." When you hear, my friends.
Oh no.
Perhaps I could interest you in some food or wine. You look parched in your search of for your great ancestors.
So there's
I have meat, and I have cheese, and I have some bread. All these in my bag, as well as some of the finest Dalkeshi wine. Please, may I be of service to you?
Of course, friend, of course.
Okay, so the fellow who was talking is 5'3", 5'4", but broad, like really round. Okay, and he wears a relatively ratty robe that comes down to just above his knees. Okay, and a pair of old sandals. Now the sandals are about 2 sizes too big for him, but you believe they might be like a soldier's sandals. Okay, he's kind of tucked some wood underneath the front of his toes, and his toes kind of poke up. In what looks to be an uncomfortable position, so he's he's got this big bag. So as soon as you say yes, he's of course, puts down his stick and he holds out the bag. Okay, he opens it and there's like a rush of rich smells of food. I have some meat wrapped in grape leaves, and he begins to go through his thing, basically all of his offerings.
So, would one silver falcon buy good provisions for?
Oh yeah.
Great. I'm gonna chip in a silver falcon.
Okay.
And make sure that he's on our side in case anyone comes questioning, and also because we're hungry.
Okay, fair
We're
enough.
hungry and thirsty.
Yeah, so that silver falcon is a lot of money.
Yeah,
Right.
you'd be better off with a couple.
What? Okay.
But the thing is,
Yes, you're right.
I'm bribing the man.
Yes, I know.
So fair enough. Give it to the banker. Okay. Yeah. So you are. Yeah. So he looks at the. Well, this is not the good stuff. Let me get the. Right. He takes out the wine. He takes out some small ceramic cups. He hands them out to you. He seems to just have like a
Picnic.
It's like, wow, look at all the stuff you have in your bag, right? So then, as you're sort of chowing down, eating this, you like my wife made. I am Zabir. It was wonderful to meet you. I am one of the Suk who or one of the Dragoman who guides people through the city of the dead. You are fortunate you found me. You're coming to an area that's very easy to become lost in. So, you are seeking perhaps your ancestors?
Ancestors, yes, far. Great far.
Okay. Go ahead and make your persuade.
Which is absolutely crap.
I can assist.
It's probably better than mine.
Probably not by much.
Picked up society, not persuade.
That's a cock die.
How?
I don't know
How do you
how.
cock a d20?
But
It's 6 and 14.
Can't
Yeah.
re-roll it, though, if it's cocked. No.
Both.
both. Yeah, I know.
I think you need to re-felt the box.
Andrew's making new ones, so.
Yeah.
One success.
One success. Oh.
Can I assist?
No.
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 Do you speak Dalkeshi?
Not a lot, no.
At
Annie?
all?
No. Well, I mean, I've learned a few swear words, but...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure by now I've taught you more than that.
So you guys kind of banter back and forth. Yen said, yes, from quite a ways back. Oh. Well, it is unusual that I do not recognize you from the city. Are you visiting from elsewhere in Dalkesh? Your accent is strange. It is not from the Tarja Valley. You are perhaps farther north?
Perhaps, yes.
Ah. So your ancestors are far ago. Perhaps I can help you find them.
Perhaps.
Well, perhaps is now.
Yeah.
Tell me, who is it that you seek?
Oh, God.
Quick, look at your names. Go! What are they called? Look at your names.
What do you do? Do you name somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably be a person.
Now, what is your background?
Sailor.
What's your caste?
That is the cast, Sailor.
Okay. And what's your story? Like, what's your...
Oh, the story that came from that was the got caught on the wrong side. It was a bad deal. Got framed.
Right. Do you know your family?
Not much past mother and father. So.
Ah, okay. This should be interesting. Okay. No, please help me. Let me help you. Your
Sure. friend
friend has recompensed me so well that I cannot possibly let you struggle.
So you're going to be the distraction that we keep...
Sure. Can't think of a Dokashi name right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, Rattle.
Okay, so...
Just give him your own name.
Well, okay, either that or you give him a name of somebody that you grew up with. Whatever.
Yeah.
Of what clan did you say? These markings I am not familiar with. Are you sure that he is here within the necropolis?
It's what my family said. But
Perhaps he traveled under a different name?
it just perhaps.
Maybe it changed when he left. Tell me, when he left Dalkesh, was he under some dark guise? he looks to be digging up some sort of,
Looking for a story.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's got to earn his money too, right?
Which I'll try and spin for him, but
All right.
or give him enough that he
Fills in the
fills in the blanks.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, you're. It's not mission critical that you're talking through this, so we're not going to make
Yeah.
any more persuasion rolls.
Good, because
Mercy.
You've succeeded.
You're mercy. Yeah.
good because my persuasion, like I said.
Yes. You could have used the momentum on the table.
Oh, I forgot about the
Right.
momentum on the table.
Okay.
That gives you more chances for complications, too.
He's like,
Well, considering I only have a 7.
it's interesting. Many times when I see strangers, especially strangers who are ship people, I assume that they're looking for some easy pillage. But, yeah, it's to find that Dalkeshi trying to find his home.
You
But,
cad.
yeah. Unless, of course, you were looking for something else.
Oh no, not so much home, but just trying to find the end of certain branches on the family tree.
Interesting. Well, I know all of the highways and byways of the necropolis. I will accompany you. You have paid me enough for my day.
Yay!
No, this is perfect. When we're making our swift exit, he will find it for us. This guy's great.
So is he getting a cut? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
He turns to you. My apologies. Helea sometimes tells me that my hospitality is not the best. When I find another Dakeshi traveler, it excites me. He speaks to you now in broken Azeri, but I can see that you are not from this land. It is interesting that you have come to on the pilgrimage for your friend's shipmate.
Well, of course. We always accompany each other on on a quest to find what is dear to us.
Oh. He's any more food for you? No.
I'm super
She's
down for
stuffing
more
her
food.
face.
All right. Okay. Well, this is as your meal's coming to a close, right?
Yeah.
He's been kind of engaging in idle conversation. That is very interesting because your friend actually said that he was looking for an ancestor. Come, let me show you around. Perhaps we'll be able to find your ancestor together. Okay.
This guy knows what's up.
He knows. He completely knows what's up. Because I probably needed 2 for that. But who knows? It's fun to go with.
This guy knows.
Yeah, that's the complication.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's the complication.
So, your trip becomes very informed. Okay.
Yeah.
He knows like every tomb in this area.
Wow.
Okay. And if not,
He'll make it up.
he makes a very good show of knowing every tomb in this area.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course, we only have his word for it that he actually is one of these priests, and he's not currently looking for something.
Oh, no, he's not a priest.
Oh,
He's a food vendor.
food vendor. Yeah. Well,
He just happened to catch us.
We only have his word for it that he's actually a food vendor.
And his food for it.
well, yeah.
Yeah, well, might have a license to operate.
Anyhow,
That's
That
what.
meat
That's
might have really been rat.
There's nothing wrong with rat.
We call that blockade mutton. Okay?
My grandfather's actually eaten rat.
You dirty rat. Okay. So, yeah, it's a beer.
get our information on various tunes going around.
Yeah, absolutely. One skill that I need to remind you guys of, which you never use without my prompting.
is insight.
There you go.
Yeah.
For lying and all that.
Lying, finding, see if something was
It's
magical.
sensing motivations for other people.
Yeah.
How well does that work when it comes down to speaking another language? Like,
But he's not. Right now, he's
Well, now
spoken-
he isn't.
Yes, correct.
I actually have
Okay.
solid
Now, I'm not.
insight.
What it is the human perception, right?
Yeah.
So you guys have observation, which allows you to notice things, but for people, it's insight, right? So I'm not necessarily saying you need to use it on this guy, but
Yeah.
he is now following you around pretty much like glue,
Mm-hmm.
right? Although you did pay him a silver coin.
Yeah.
Way to go.
He would probably follow us around anyway then.
See, well, my
Speaking of observation, though,
Yes.
when he put that away, was it onto a light coin purse, onto a heavy one?
Oh no. So he.
Yeah, okay. That answers that.
Okay. Yeah. So you continue the facade that you're looking for somebody.
Sure.
Okay. So he says,
Is he
"Well,
following a more or less direct path as he's going around?
yeah."
Or is
Okay.
he trying to get us lost?
Well, no. He's asking you. So your what was it again? Your ancestor? No, your ship. No, what
It was my ancestor. Yes.
Oh yes, of course it was. Yes, of course.
Tell him he was really rich.
I'm just gonna melt off at a couple of points to have a look around on my own.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's making enough noise that I can stay within earshot and find my way back.
Yes.
You did say it was a very easy place to get lost.
Yeah,
in.
it's labyrinthine.
So you're able to hear him, but you still can't see him.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is that you melt off the first time. What are you looking for?
Again, something that looks very well made, very secure, that doesn't look like they're trying to draw attention to it.
Subtly wealthy.
Okay, so something really specific. Okay. Okay, so here's why it's a little bit challenging. Okay, not that it's impossible, but why it's a little bit challenging. What occurs is with many of these mausoleums, the entry hall is sort of like down a tunnel, and then there'll be doors inside. So for you to check out the locks, you're going to actually need the lighted torch, go inside these places to where the locks are. Right? It's not like there's a outside door and there's a big lock on it. The entry halls by nature tend to be open. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So...
And dark inside, you say.
And dark inside, correct. So it's involved to do that.
Now, can I...
The other thing too is, and that's not uncommon, the reason for that is because both the Azuryani and the Delkeshi believe for people who are wealthy, what they'll do is the entry hall will actually have art depicting
those people
and their life.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
It's a memory wall.
Yeah, and not very many people who are wealthy who can afford good locks will bury themselves in a subtle, it's just not.
It's not their way.
Culturally appropriate.
Yeah.
If you've got the money to blow on a tomb, you blow it on a tomb.
Yeah.
Well, this is more why I was looking for that in particular, because that would be something that.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So I'm going to say that as of yet, you have not seen a poor looking tomb with an outer door that seems to have a distinctly high grade lock, like something that's out of place.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what happens is these alleys are not necessarily parallel, right? So you dart off down this alley, kind of looking back and forth, seeing if you can see anything, and it comes and so it's running in parallel to this one, and then it turns that way, right? And then it kind of winds back on itself, right? So you kind of go down this. These people are they're kind of continuing out. So now you kind of run back out, right? You're like, fuck, where'd they go? And it's like, oh, there's the beer. And you kind of follow him through the tombs. That's what you're looking at, right? It is not a grid. There's no logic or
planning.
And there are some places where there's actually walls of tombs, where they'll actually, it's almost like a little garden of tombs, right? And there's an outer gate. The gate might be open. Once you go in, you can only come back out through the gate, right? So again, twisting, and you don't know that until you actually go in and kind of move through these hallways of tombs.
And then realize that, it doesn't actually connect on the other side.
So Hepenolis is one of the largest necropolises in the Empire of Delkesh. Okay, it is the farthest place west in Delkesh, and because of that, it's a holy place. It's also the seat of the Helean primate, who is a particularly powerful goddess in Delkesh, and so many people come here to be blessed by her before they're actually buried, right? This means, though, that it's a maze, right? Mm-hmm. Outside of the city, there are huge quarries from where they've ripped the stone out of the island to make this gigantic necropolis.
Yeah. Can I, in kind of overhearing his conversation with Zabir, kind of hint to him, let it slip that your ancestor was really rich. He'll probably help us out. Really rich and has a bunch of specific artifacts you're looking to return to their proper home.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally not a story that he's heard before, and totally not his literal job.
Other than the fact
My other question is he taking us for a ride? Does he seem like he's leading us towards a dead end where we're going to get, ambushed and robbed?
I think that's an insight roll.
Yeah, probably.
Sure, do it.
I keep on forgetting about this and I gotta remember it.
Well, one of the first builds when she was still a torturer, insight
There's
was.
2 of those.
Yes.
Let's go crazy.
And you can take a 2. Ooh. And that gives me a free fortune point.
Okay.
Oh!
And 3 successes.
Okay. Okay, so your question is he leading us into a trap? Do you feel he's leading you into a trap?
Well, or is he, just
Taking us for
Trying
a
to-
ride. Keeping
yeah,
us occupied so we won't steal.
Okay, so put an extra momentum on the table. Yeah, so... Is he taking you for a ride? No. What's happening is, first off, you get the distinct impression that he does not believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Shocking.
Wow.
Cannot imagine why.
Right? So, for better or worse, what happens though is he seems to be amused at Tolmas's attempts, because what happens is now what he's doing is he's being super helpful, trying to get Tolmas to his ancestors, who you're pretty sure Zabir is convinced are not in this necropolis.
Yeah.
But that's okay. As long as he wants to say that they are and he needs help getting there, he'll more than help you. The direction he's leading you, if he's leading you in a specific way, it's completely random. And you don't detect any pattern one way or the other.
So he's already paid for his day's work and he's just having fun.
Yeah, kind of. It looks that way. Like a silver falcon is more than enough for him to eat for a week, right? So... Right?
I kind of knew that to begin with. So.
Tell me more. So they were very rich and they had artifacts. Interesting.
Well,
What business did you say they were in?
Merchants.
no, they were space merchants.
Well, spice merchants. Oh, not silk merchants like you said before.
No.
Yes.
Well, did I say... I would keep the story straight if I...
Would you?
I would be attempting to keep the story straight.
Okay, persuade.
I figured as much.
You got this, my dude.
Let me just roll my insight.
Which will trump me,
Oh,
I'm
God.
sure. What, all...
Oh, nothing. Just have a good.
You know, I'm about ready just to give up on this.
The charade?
The charade. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Hey!
1 success, but I'm sure you had more insight than 4.
I believe that's I see right through you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yes.
Oh, no. Yeah, spice merchants. Oh, spice merchants.
let's
I thought they were silk
just-
merchants. We're obviously in the wrong place. My apologies, my friend. I could have sworn I heard silk merchants, and you're like, you did. Damn it. You are not a proficient liar.
No, I am not.
Okay.
I'm just eating the food.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
food's
did you
already
need
done.
more food?
More
wait.
cheese, please.
Yes, and I have some beautiful...
Did you hear that? What sort of problems do you have with crime in this area? Did you lead us into an area with bandits? Let's get out of here, guys!
Okay.
Okay, so this guy will lead us to...
Okay, so you flee?
Yeah.
We're out of here!
Gotta take us to an exit, right?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
No. He just wants us to take off.
Yeah, we're going to be just as far ahead as the longest one.
Yeah.
I think it's just time we leave.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Having no luck.
So, did you lead us to an area with bandits? I don't No, what? I could not say that I have, unless, of course, you are criminals looking to rob something.
Never been convicted of anything.
But you may flee, of course. But the treasure will remain here undisturbed as you leave.
So you're claiming that you didn't take us down this random winding path just in order to lead us to an ambush with your friends, the thieves?
So he taps on the stone with his walking stick, and he points and he says, "No, as your friend can tell you, this is an area where spice merchants are buried." Sure enough, there's a marker there with
Spice merchants, yeah. No, he's
it is not me who said they were silk merchants. It was your friend.
So, I think this guy's on the level, or at least on our level.
no, he's
I think he's way above our level.
way above our.
Well, yeah, but he's
Well, okay, I have to admit, I have gotten some good rolls. So,
and I've gotten some shitty.
you're not a talker.
Yeah.
And you're the only guy. He's talking to you in Delkish,
Delkish, yeah.
so that they can't help you with the story.
I know.
Spice merchants? I thought you said they were fishermen. What? You want to have a story here?
Do you wish to see some fishermen's tombs? I can take you to those, my friend.
No, I think it's just time we leave.
Let's check out this. Let's check out the spice merchant's tombs.
Or perhaps you would like to see the tomb of Netherent. She dwells not this far from here, perhaps a quarter mile in that direction.
Go on.
Sure, tell me more.
It's well, it may be of interest to you. She was a Dalkeshi noble who died during the conquest of Azurian. It is said that her family buried great gifts with her, as well as 20 servants. But I'm sure she's not related to you, so it would not be of interest.
I'm bored looking for his family. Show us.
What?
They have tapestries? Or whatever the artistry on the entryway they call would be.
I cannot attest as to whether or not there are tapestries within the tomb, but
No. Like, on the entryway, on the way in, where the fancy art is.
there is art, yes.
Okay. That's more interesting than what we've been doing. Whatever stories you've been making up.
Totally under the bus, man.
Oh, of course.
All right, let's check out this tomb now.
Of course, I would be loath to take you there without, understanding, of course, that for such things, a local such as myself, who can guide you through the trickeries of this haunted place, these services are of some value.
Yes, I've got a cat.
Well, this, my friend, who knows? You might find yourself greatly enriched by this visit.
Well,
Perhaps it'll be of such splendor that you might offer me more coin for my help.
Of
So-
course, my friend.
Of course.
This is a mere token of our appreciation. Of course, you will have an equal portion of our
A finder's fee?
yeah.
A finder's fee. Ah, well, you make it sound as if you were searching for treasure. Such a thing is illegal, and of course, the priests, the grave watchers, would take a stern eye upon such a thing.
No, of course. It would be,
Educational tour.
it would be
It disappears.
it would be.
Come, let Xavier show you.
He is on the level, our level.
Yeah,
He was just waiting for us to admit that we were on.
I was ready to do that right away.
Although this has been pretty entertaining. Squirm, Kyle, squirm.
One of
There's
these,
been stuff in her face.
one of
It's
these
awesome.
days, I'm going to actually probably make a character that is the talker.
Will you?
You should, because you
I
do.
should. I never do it, so I
Especially
should.
if we're losing our actual talker. You are the next one.
All right.
Well, as you were saying,
It goes in rotation.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay, so you.
I'm sure he can talk his way out of some things.
Yeah. I'm more thinking... which one? Going back a while, was that Colorado?
Oh yeah.
With the like knights that came over the hill, and I was like, oh yeah, that guy's
yes,
my brother.
Yeah, that's right.
They're like, oh right.
And off they went. All right. Okay. So yeah. So you guys, this doddering old guy. He now seems pretty spry.
Yeah.
And putting a stick on his shoulder rather than walking heavily upon it, he guides you swiftly through the tombs, across the boulevard. This time, rather than sort of wandering and talking loudly, he actually seems to be moving with both alacrity and furtiveness.
Yeah.
Okay? So he kind of comes up to the thing, and he holds out his stick as if to stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure that there's no...
No other guards, yeah.
This area... The Death Watchers, they are...
Vigilant?
Perhaps, yes. This is a good word. Okay. I know the word in Dalkeshi, but in Zeri, this is the word.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And so he swiftly takes you to an area, and sure enough, this place is kind of like a cleared glen. It looks like there was once a forest here, like a long time. How would you know that? Mm-hmm. But it's a cleared glen, okay? The grass grows tall. There's a lot of trees growing in this area, okay? And he leads you past several tombs that look relatively intact to finally a place where it looks like there was once an outbuilding that kind of stood around it, but that outbuilding has fallen. And now it would appear that the tomb of Neferet, so he explains to you quickly, Neferet was a princess of Dalkesh. She was one of the great god king's daughters. She ruled Hepenolis when the Azeri first came. She was taken as a slave by the first Azeri who were here in a surprise raid. Many Dalkeshi men sacrificed their lives to get her back. However, she was killed, and her father had her entombed here. She was the daughter of, I think, his 7th wife or 8th wife. So, but still, buried as royalty. It was said that she was buried with many great treasures taken from the Azeri who had taken her. This to her makes her so important. So, this to me makes her so important. And finally, he leads you to sort of these ruins, and then stairs leading down into the ground.
All right.
He says, I warn you, people have come here before and have not returned. My warning given, I can merely say I have guided you to the place for which I have promised. This is the tomb of Neferet.
We will not
But
forget
wait,
your assistance.
hold on, wait. Digs through his pack. Oh, I happen to have a lantern. Perhaps this could be of use to you.
My dude. His pack of all the things.
Yeah. His pack of many things.
Okay. Perhaps I will rest my feet over there. I hope that I do not have loud coughing. It is stirred sometimes by the presence of the Death Watchers. It sounds much like this.
My dude!
Thank you for the warning.
We will, of course.
Hope you feel better.
Yes.
We,
Now, where could those foreigners have gone? I will sit down right here and wait for them to return. He stares through you.
yes, as we
We're gone.
As we lantern it up and
All right.
begin our descent into this tomb.
So, yeah, I have a map.
Yeah. That's why we kind of stopped last time, is to give you time for maps like this.
Really? A map? Excellent.
Ooh, it's dark.
Yeah. Well, we'll start the lantern and
So the first question I have is, who has the lantern?
I'll take the lantern.
All right.
Or me without the shield. You're a better fighter than I am, so.
Oh.
Okay.
Not close range.
Okay.
Or I'm not sure if I'm a better fighter than you.
Oh, she's a
And I think, and did anybody else bring torches and stuff?
I brought a torch.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a couple.
So I think it's important to have 2 sources of light.
Mm-hmm. In case one gets dropped.
In case one gets dropped.
We haven't had that happen before, ever.
No, not at all. That didn't result in all of us dying, for sure.
Something about armor suits in a dark hallway on an island.
Okay. We all know what that was about, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just, sorry, I should have modified these before we began, but I did not. Who is this? That is Fausto.
Windstar is suggesting that for every 500 bits, you draw a card.
Does Danya want to kill us?
Okay. See, it's all fun and games while you're doing it to someone else.
When's the next time you guys are having a...
It could be good things. We could get prizes.
Tomos, and show you the plate.
Oh, God! Mark, I will...
What's that?
I wish I had the money. Would love to see the evil done to Kyle. From my friend. Oh. Not like I haven't already got a card on the table.
Oh, yeah, right. Hooray.
Okay, so...
Yes. Hoya.
Ilva.
Fausto.
I picture her almost like traditional Dwarven chick, just stocky and... May I have more coffee?
Yes.
Please and thank you.
Oh, right. So this is the light you can see from... sort of echoing in from above.
Oh,
Alright.
pretty symbols.
Yeah.
It's very Egyptian-esque.
You like it?
I do.
I did not make it. This is actually a friend of mine in England who makes these. I'm actually on his Patreon, and he does it's Heroic Maps.
Nice.
He does just excellent work. Yeah. He makes, like, when you do cartography, and then you see somebody else who really does cartography, you're like, Okay. So who has the light?
I have a torch. I have a torch.
Lantern.
So here, Honest Ibram,
Yep.
you emit light.
I have light and sword.
Thank you, sir.
Careful.
And Thomas has a light.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got the lantern.
All right. There you go. So, what do you want to do?
Well, I think it behooves us to try and check farther down the tune so as not to attract, like, make noise and stuff near the stairwell entryway.
Okay.
Just because that seems like it would attract attention that we don't want. And also that seems like a good way to see this sweet floor pattern.
Oh my lord, he does good work.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah. All right. Well, you can go ahead and move your tokens. I think I gave them to all players, so...
Aha. So, 1, 2...
Keep an eye out for any like holes in the walls or floor, any random like blood stains.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I was bad at that.
All right. So that's actually a function of observation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you saying that that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Go ahead and
moving
make
in
your observation
and
test.
looking around for that in particular.
Take that.
That's not good. ¿Por qué esto?
Oh, my word. What are you doing?
My health bars.
Okay, that doesn't have to happen right now, buddy.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, you move me forward too.
So you are here,
He is light source.
Yeah.
and you are here,
Yar.
and you are here.
You ahead of us because you were sneaking ahead and observing, or what are you doing?
Well, he doesn't have any light.
Oh.
All right, so as you advance down this is a very broad chamber. Each of those hexes represents 2 meters, right?
We got lots of.
Yeah. So this thing is like between 8 to 9 yards wide. Okay, so think about that. 30-foot wide tunnel, right?
This is
the bottom. The floor is heavily painted, although you can tell that age has destroyed the paintings. Okay.
These would have been more.
It looks like there was probably once an outbuilding that sort of sat above this. Okay, with the fall of that outbuilding, the rare storms that this place has affected sort of the painting. It's all worn off.
Yeah.
There are some statues along the side. Okay, these two statues appear to be of the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you come to your first door that leads off of this place, and it's a heavy stone door at your left hand side or your right hand side there. That's right. No, right there.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, so
So I didn't get a success on that observation.
That's correct. You did not.
No.
Are we?
I got a success in the
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the success shows you, unfortunately, nothing. Now, your thievery also tells you that this is an entrance hall. Okay. So if they were going to put traps, it would be probably farther in, beyond locked doors, right? But this is the place where you celebrate who this person is, right?
Yeah.
And so,
So you'd have to be a real jerk to trap that place.
you would have to be a real jerk to trap this place.
Unless it was a trap triggered by something else deeper inside.
Correct. Yes. This is the entrance hall, right? And the walls are covered with bas relief and mosaics. The floor itself is heavily painted, although the paint is wearing off. You also see some things like leaves covered into the corners. Some animal droppings. It doesn't look like anything's been here recently, but it does. Like right now, you can see that there is. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, what a nice girl.
So animal droppings like rat size, like dog size, like bear size.
Dog size.
Step away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Well, do we want to check out this first door, or do you want to keep on going, see if there's?
Well, he said that many people have come here before.
Yeah.
Does it look recently disturbed?
That would be a survival check. +1 difficulty because of the WAN light.
Cool.
I'll help her.
Okay, sure.
If
So you guys search around for any type of...
Tracks or...
Yeah, sure, do it.
11 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
Nice.
Sorry
And
for
4.
rolling at the microphone.
4 successes. Yeah, okay, so put 2 on the table. Yeah, so you search around. It takes you a little while to do that, but as you do so, there's definitely sign that people have been here recently. The dirt is scuffed. Not recently. You're inside, right? Outside, rain, etc. It would wash away tracks instantaneously. Inside, there is a layer of dirt here, of dust, okay? And you see 2 sets of tracks. Okay, first off, you see some humans. You would guess maybe 3 or 4 sometime in the last couple of months, maybe.
Okay.
Tough to tell, like it doesn't rain in here, right? So it's not going to wash away the tracks. So who knows how old they are. The other tracks are harder to identify. You'll need to spend some momentum to do so.
Okay.
1.
Okay, well, spend 1 and I'll give you more information. If you want to spend the other one, you can. The other tracks are insectile. Okay.
Along with the dog-sized scat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, lovely.
Swords out.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so insectile, but big. Really big. You know?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So there's oxygen down here.
Well, and you're not dead. So, okay.
That is helpful.
Yeah, so still one momentum on the table. You guys find yourself now...
So is that actually a door or...
No, those are not doors. They just are alcoves.
Yeah.
And the alcoves themselves are set with sconces for candles or something like that, although there are no candles.
Yeah. So we'll continue further down the hallway.
All right.
Noting the insectile tracks, am I able to make a lore check to see if I've heard stories about things like that?
No. Survival would be where you are.
Oh, I'll try that.
Well, you've already rolled your survival.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. There are tracks. They're insectile, and they seem to be prodigiously large. Right? Larger than anything you've seen before.
Ooh, lovely.
Hooray! I look up.
Well, right now there's...
Fair enough. So when you look up, the ceiling is arched.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is unusual because the Dalkeshi don't make arches; they make flat plinths. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely an Azriani influence to that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of holding the torch up.
Yeah, and as you hold the torch up to the light, it extends not farther than the light of your torch, so you can see the arch. It is intricately tiled. It's a lot of work. A lot of the tiles have broken, and you kind of see them on the ground themselves as the plaster's given way due to dampness or whatever. There doesn't seem to be anything lurking above you.
Excellent. I love when that happens.
Yeah.
No giant bugs right above us.
Yet.
Yeah.
Shall we move forward then a
So
bit?
she's a princess of the Dalkesh, and yet it's not done in the Dalkeshi style.
Well, except that she was buried after the Azriani moved in. Anyway,
Yeah, and with
right?
a lot of Azarian or Azeri influenced prizes.
Azriani.
The Azriani Empire, which is an empire of Azeri people.
Okay. But the local artisans they would have been able to hire at the time would have been...
Yeah. So, before we check the door, I'm interested in
No,
checking...
there is
Further?
no door.
Well, there's the door here.
Yes.
Okay.
But before we get into that, I'm interested in actually taking a look at this statue here.
Okay. So this is the statue of Nave.
Yeah.
Okay, the other one is the statue of Halea. So Nave here is, he's in a fairly lurid form. Okay, rather than this is them depicted as dark twins. Okay, so the features are the same on both, sort of like an effeminate face.
Yeah.
With they're beautiful. You can see where they both were painted. To include like large coal marks around their eyes, etc. Now he is his hands are clasped together like this. However, at his belt, you can see that he does have the knives that he's known for, the Navean knives, and wrapped around his ankle is a cat.
Ah.
Okay, not like a live cat, a stone cat.
Yeah. Part of the statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what you see.
Interesting. No. Shall we press on further to see if there's another...
Are both the statues looking straight ahead in front of them?
Yes. Okay. Well, sort of. Like they're slightly canted to look sort of together, I guess.
At the door?
Like they're not looking at each other. Yeah, their gaze would probably cover the door.
That was what my question was going to.
Should we just open the door?
Let's check the door.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll give some light so that he's got...
Are we sure they're not stoned on catnip?
Wow.
Ba-dun. That's your friend.
Yeah.
That's your friend.
I know.
Okay, stop looking through that corner.
Don't know how I can stop looking through that corner.
Yeah. I'll stop you from looking through that corner. How did that happen? Oh,
There's a crack where light's getting through.
Yep. But I'll fix your little wagon.
But how else would we know that there's some statue over on the other side?
It looks very Sphinx-like.
Maybe.
Yeah. Shall we
Can I
look
have a
at
cup
the
of
door?
coffee, please?
Barista.
Thanks.
Wait, how did the second one get there?
Oh,
Oh,
good.
you're just
On an
stockpiling them?
observation check.
I see.
Well,
dramatic.
sort of. What happens is, yeah. I understand, like, with these complications, I could implement them right now, but there's actually a more dramatic time to do them, which I've already got planned.
Yep.
So it actually makes sense for me to save them rather than hit you twice.
That seems
If that makes
reasonable.
sense. Yeah, I won't stockpile another one. Right, I have to spend the doom on them, so I'm not going to accumulate the doom, but I know when I want to use them, so.
Makes good sense.
Okay.
So as long as we don't reach the death level.
Yeah, exactly.
Dun dun dun.
Well, this has been a fun outing. It's time to go home.
Says
keep
no
these.
tomb raiding expedition ever.
All right. Okay. So you look at this door. This door is carved with the twins on either side of the door, looking at each other. Okay, and the door is very intricately carved and is definitely made of stone. Okay. Yeah.
Is there any sort of mechanism?
There is no handle on it, if that's what you're looking for. There are, above and below, two slots about this wide, about like that. Okay, there are two below and then two at the top.
Keyholes?
No, they're too broad for keyholes. You think maybe like a specialized tool where you'd slide it in and then turn it and then pull out.
Interesting.
Maybe, we don't know.
Yeah.
So not the sort of thing that my key would fit in.
Oh, it definitely fits. It doesn't do anything.
So you could place the key into the thing.
And your sword. Want to put your sword in there?
That's got me into trouble enough times.
Yeah, maybe they might have been used for handling the door, when it was not a door.
What's more, is it likely if there's a mechanism, it's on the other side of the door? That's more, I guess.
Tough to say. There's no mechanism that makes it obvious, right? Yeah.
Well, in my experience of opening locks...
Okay, you're trying to figure out how the door opens?
Yeah.
Okay, you can make a thievery check if you like. This will take you some time.
Does Alpha Mike Foxtrot mean anything?
What's that?
Does Alpha Mike Foxtrot mean anything?
AMB?
AMF.
Oh, yeah.
Foxtrot.
No. Is that a complication?
Nope.
Okay. Is that any successes?
And before the dice rolled by itself?
No.
You always have to worry when a door is not a door.
Nope.
No, everything I rolled was 15 or higher.
Oh, wow, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, so you look at this stone slab.
Yep, that's...
It's definitely a portal, right? Because you can see its edges, and it's not perfect, right? Like where it's fitted, like there is, it's not seamless, right? So you can actually see the edge around the outside.
Anything going on with the statues?
Like
would they?
they
be
look
some
well
sort of...
carved. You could probably haul them away for a nice coin.
Well, do they seem like they would trigger the door or anything like that? Mechanisms?
Do you have some background that would allow you to
Not
determine
a
that?
bit. That's
The
Korean
statues
asking, not
continue to
Ilva.
do Oh, wow. Continue to do nothing.
Okay. Did you roll a complication?
No, I rolled 2 6s.
Oh, okay.
D6s.
Oh, D6. Okay.
Can we move further down and see if there's another door or anything else down? Because I don't think we're getting in this one easily.
Yeah, no, there's no mechanism that you could use to open it from this side.
All right. Well, let's check out further down the. Well,
Not much more down.
That solves that.
Yeah, so there are 2 further doors down here. There's this one, of course. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong level. There's this one, and there is this one. Those are 2 more doors. Now, these doors do look a little more traditional, okay? These are stout doors. They look to be metal or wood bound with metal, like heavily bound with metal. The door on the left actually has in it 3 keyholes, okay? Except they're not really keyholes. They seem to be 7-pointed star holes, okay? As if some specialty key, like you definitely recognize them as a locking mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
However, you look at it and realize that's an incredibly complex locking mechanism. Okay, the other door is less secure. It does have a heavy Azuriani lock made of bronze on it.
You check that out. I have an idea.
No, all right. I'm anxious.
The daggers that the statue is carrying
Yes, are stone.
are stone. Are they removable or are they just part of it?
They appear to be part of the statue.
So, what about this one?
Okay. Okay. So,
I'm gonna, I guess, poke around at the
What are you
statues
doing?
for stuff.
I was looking at the statues, but I have, like you said, no knowledge in anything that would...
okay.
the little statues that are next to the door, down further.
Okay. So you guys are examining statues.
Next
You've
to the
examined
door.
the doors up north.
There are no statues next to the door.
Yeah,
No.
he's... No,
No.
there-
There's just 2 statues across the hallway.
Oh, is
looking
the
at
door was carved with little...
Yeah, the door is
Ah.
carved. Like it's a carved piece of stone.
So I'm taking it the fancy door is unlikely to be opened without the proper keys for opening the lock.
Unlikely, yes. Impossible, well,
That's for a thief to decide.
yeah.
Yeah.
With your set of tools, theoretically you could get through it. You know, you're pretty good at what you do, but it's going to take you a long time.
Yeah, so it would be more of a like safe cracking type job than a
Yeah.
lock picking type job.
I'll move over to the door so he has the light if he wants to try the one that has just the brass lock on it.
Let's do that.
Okay, so Ibram has a light, I think.
Tomos and Ibram have lights.
Okay.
And Fausto is checking out the door.
All right,
I think
go
it's
for it.
the other door, isn't it?
No, the left-hand door is the one with the complicated lock.
Oh,
This one has the lock that we can interact with. This one has the lock that'd be harder to interact with. This is
Okay.
a statue. That's a statue.
And the other one is just a... Yeah.
Carved door
Okay.
with a crack.
see, I am a very good thief at what I do. I'm gonna prove it.
Any momentum on the table?
Not anymore.
It was already used earlier.
All right. Yeah, go for it. This is a difficulty 3 lock.
Oh, there's 2 of them right there.
Oh wait, do I get a reroll? Yeah, I do. Oh. That's better.
Is that 5 successes?
That is 5 successes.
Nice. Okay. So you can put 2 on the board. All right. Okay, so you reach in with your lock picks, okay, and you begin working this lock. This is not dissimilar from many Azeri locks that you have picked in the past. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. The lock is definitely good enough to deter your common street thief, but for a master thief like yourself, come on, right? It's like you're not even trying, really.
No, the other doors are them trying.
Yeah. Yeah, and so eventually, though, it gives way with a fairly corroded clack, and you can feel you can actually feel the lock, like the mechanism on the lock, break inside. Okay. That said, the lock is open. Okay, it will never lock again.
Shoddy
Vandal.
craftsmanship. No, this is shoddy craftsmanship. I guess actually it's an old lock is what it is. But
Well, it's been here a long time.
What makes me wonder is, did somebody else get by it without, and then relock it behind them, or did they just
Really?
not make it this far?
You're thinking this?
how old is this lock?
Hundreds of years?
Okay. It's not like someone put a new one on.
No, definitely not. This lock is ancient.
Okay.
Are we?
Did we determine if that was indeed blood on the floor? Because that's not ominous at all.
No, it's red paint from
The
from
tiles, right?
The tile.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have you guys roll a d20 each.
All of us?
Nope.
19.
20 or 12?
Okay. Statue. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So you guys look at the statues. Okay, and as you look at the statues, you're touching them. First off, these are the Dark Twins dressed in kind of in a Delkeshi fashion, which is relatively revealing, right? So you're kind of searching the nooks and crevices of, it's
Medicine. It's bodies.
like for their genitalia are not covered by any piece of clothing, right? So it's like
Yeah, it's like
seems to work okay. Yep, no, nothing happens.
Quit thinking dirty thoughts about a statue. It's just a body.
Right. Okay. Anyhow, that's
You're not my supervisor.
So yeah.
I'll think what I want.
So you are. Yeah. So you definitely you find nothing. Okay. Is there something to find? You don't know. You have no idea.
Well, there's something behind that door over there. So
All right.
let's head on up yonder.
Now, the one thing you will notice is if you scroll down again.
What? Wow.
Okay. So it grays it out. So things that are in the darkness,
Can come behind us.
so they may or may not be visible, right? Like your sight does not extend all the way back to the doors.
No, it's
Okay.
Fog of War style.
Correct. So what happens is, although it's revealed, it remains revealed. It does not necessarily mean that you don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watch our backs.
No, I'm just so you're looking at the map and understanding what you're actually.
Yeah, like it'll reveal terrain features, but not necessarily non-static
Correct.
objects there.
All right. What do you do?
I guess, yeah, we don't hear any conspicuous coughing.
Can you make a lore check, please?
10 or less.
Pretty decent.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, so you're holding the light while he's working on the lock. Okay.
Might as well see if there's anything written on the doors or.
Yeah. So above the door itself, written in Delkesh, an old Delkesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
You read something like "Service beyond death, the gates lead to the immortal life." Something like that. Okay. Like you're not sure what that means exactly, right?
Tell you guys about it, and we'll.
Well, because we were told that she was buried with like 20 servants. Yep. So
Okay. What do you do?
We go in.
The door.
All right.
It's been unlocked.
Yeah, so you open the door, okay? The door itself moves, but only slightly, okay? This door has been here a long time, and it's wood.
So it's expanded.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of, it's covered in metal. You can see that, like, a lot of places the metal's actually loose from the actual, like, from the bronze nails, etc. But the wood is expanded to fill this door frame. And maybe the door frame settled a little bit. You're not exactly sure. What you do know, however, is when you first push it, you realize that you're going to need a strong shoulder to get this thing open.
hooray!
Who's that?
Strong back over here.
Yeah, I'll help. Athletics, I guess.
Okay, so does Fausto move out of the way?
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to... Only one person actually has access to the door. The door's only wide enough for a single person in front of
Okay,
him.
so
Okay, do you have any tools that might be of use here? Like pry bar or anything like that?
No, because we didn't bring them with us.
Okay, just checking.
And you brought your portable thieves kit, not you.
Okay, so what we need to do then is... we need to move the character first.
so yeah. Fausto's out of the way. I'm here. You are here.
Okay, so this will be an athletics roll, please.
Bloody yet. Oh, sure, yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, just one.
Okay.
9 and 2, but with my strong backs, I get the extra success thing. 2 successes. So
3 successes.
So plus 1 success per rank. How that's working.
Yeah, so it's 1 success per rank, extra success. Right. Okay, so that is 3, which is actually what you need. Okay, so you, right? As you do so, like you're like.
Don't make me break out the scrunchie.
You tie your hair in a knot, kind of,
That's
crack your neck, and yeah, you kick the door open. Well, you don't kick the door open, but you do push it open.
We disengage the door.
Okay, tell me that's not cool.
That is cool.
That's rad.
Okay.
Our torches don't go very far in.
No. All right.
I see bones.
Laying inside, you see what appears to be the front of some sort of ancient wagon. Maybe you're not exactly sure, but you see wheels, and you also see the skeletons of a pair of horses.
Chariots or...
Yeah. You two can make lore. You because you were into this kind of thing, and you because you're Dalkish.
1 success.
1 success.
All right.
I also have excavator for artifacts, but I guess this is different.
Yeah. This is knowledge. It is not uncommon for the funerary chariot, which is pulled by the recipient's favorite horses, to be buried, for the horses to be killed and then buried within the tomb to carry them in the afterlife.
So freaking wasteful.
Okay. Anyhow, that's what you see.
If I can't be alive, no one can be alive.
So I don't know what you want to do.
Go in.
Okay, is everybody going to go in?
Yeah.
Somebody with a torch, come with me.
I'll take the torch and...
Are there shields in there?
Oh, right. I'm cautious.
Hey, what's in there? All right. So this is a these are the grave goods. Okay, not treasures, but goods. So it is definitely a chariot of some sort, and there are built up some tables, old wooden tables, which look very rickety. Large amphoras. Okay. You know what amphoras are? Again, big
Yeah, the
clay
big,
jars.
I
Okay.
think that Link smashes.
Urn in Skyrim.
Yeah, urn. Okay. And there is grain, like the remnants of grain, etc., kind of spilled across the floor. That's about what you see. If you want to do a more thorough search, you're welcome to. But at this point, that's all you can see.
Rather than search, the wood from the wagon.
Yeah.
I would like to see if it can't be repurposed to fit the slots on the complicated door that the statues were looking at. Because they had like those.
Do you have crafter's tools?
No, but I have whatchamacallit?
Master Craftsman.
Yeah, I can do stuff without tools, but it only works for 1 or more times. Master Crafter.
Okay. So describe to me what the tool looks like.
So, how I would want to do this, I would want to take some of the boards down to the door.
Okay.
And then kind of look at what I can see with the torchlight into the hollow places.
Okay.
And then with, I guess, my short sword, I guess, use it to kind of carve the wood pieces into shapes that would be amenable to fitting into the slots.
Okay.
And then, I guess, to turn down so that it can be pulled from one direction. So they kind of make handles for the door if it pivots around a central point.
All right.
If that makes sense.
Not really, but it doesn't have to make sense to me. Right? Okay, so what are you grabbing here?
Pieces of wagon.
Pieces of the wagon that are...
All right. So this wood has been in this desiccant environment for the last few hundred years. So as you pull it, it kind of crumbles in your hands,
Oh, good.
covering your hands with splinters.
Hooray! How about the wheels? Are they also wood, or are they?
No, the wheels themselves. Well, they're bound with bronze, right?
So I'm going to use some of the bronze from that as well. Then.
All right. Metal shaping. It's going to take you a few hours. You're going to need some heat.
Let's build a fire.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't think
So
that's a good use of our time.
No. Let's continue.
Searching the
Searching
room. Maybe
in and
there's
around.
the keys.
okay. So Ibram goes to examine the wood and metal. Okay. What's everybody else do?
I'm just gonna.
Start poking around the
Search
areas
the room.
Okay.
See if they happen to leave some keys to the other room in here. Probably not.
Yeah, that's.
Is it fairly tight quarters? Like, should I stay out and listen for coughing? Remembering that my character is cautious.
Yeah, that might be an idea.
Okay. So Ilva stays out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay at the door. In light.
I'm just going to check along that wall.
Right.
and
Sounds
make-
good. What's everybody's observation? I'm going to make these rolls. If you want any bonus dice, let me know right now.
12.
12. Any
one
bonus
momentum
dice?
on the table.
12, and I'll use the momentum.
Okay.
And my skills too, or focuses too.
Oh, all right. Nice roll.
Since I'm watching,
So-
do I observe as well?
If something happens to you,
Oh, okay.
I only roll your observation if it becomes necessary,
Gotcha.
right? Because there's a whole lot of seeing nothing going on right now. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Ibrin, you are
Oh,
examining the
right.
wood.
I have a reroll. I forgot sharp senses.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that at the beginning. That's fine.
So you got 2 successes. Would you roll another? Would you try to
No.
roll for a critical?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you examine this room. This room is definitely the grave goods. Okay, the horses, the food, the chariot. There are also, as you're examining, there are several pots of their funerary offerings. Okay, so these would have been final payments for servants, that kind of stuff that they would carry into the afterlife. They're actually all here. Okay, and so these ancient Dalkeshi coins that you take out. Okay, they are a mixture of bronze and silver coins. Okay, actually they're not even bronze; they're copper coins. Copper and bronze, or copper and silver coins that you take out. They're all heavily corroded, right? Like you kind of rub your finger on them and say, "Oh, silver," right? So you get 4 units of these coins. Okay, so these are old Dalkeshi coins. Okay, so you find that. There's also a trunk at the very far end. It contains things like there's a really old ceramic lamp, with copper hinges on it, etc. It's ceramic though, so it never ages. And then you have some flasks that probably once contained oil, now empty. Some cloth, just goods, right? What you find, however, is right in along the side at the very back are 2 oddly shaped metal bars, about 6 feet in length. Okay, so what happens is the bar itself, it is about 6 feet long, and it has 2 parts to it. It has about a foot from the end. There is a 2-inch nubby that kind of pops out. Okay, and then at 90 degrees to the rod.
Yeah.
And then about 6 inches out, there is another nubby that kind of sticks straight up. Okay, and then at the far end, there is a big metal ring. Now these are made of iron, not of bronze. Like the metalwork itself tells you that it's definitely not Dalkeshi.
So these probably are what opened that other door.
Good find.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
there seems to be little else of value in this room. And trust me, you've searched.
So
I guess grab the things. How heavy are they? Is it 6 feet in length?
What's that?
How heavy are the bars?
6 feet in length. They weigh a good 10 pounds each.
Ah,
yeah. So I mean, like we wouldn't want
somebody
to
grab them.
lug them around for.
Well, no, but we can walk them down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll grab those and walk them down the hall
Yeah.
and fit them into.
All right.
Why does it do that?
Because you dragged it over.
Yeah.
I see.
So, we'll somewhat pull the door shut after us when we come out.
Okay.
Minimize the look of disturb.
Okay. It should not do that anymore. My fault. Okay. I like the idea of the light moving as you go, but now the light, as you move your token, the light doesn't change.
You gotta move.
It only updates when you drop it.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's much better.
You can avoid dragging it across darkened areas, though, just so we don't get any mistakes.
I will do my best.
Okay.
It's his last night.
It's my
That's
last day.
You're firing him after this, so.
That's right. Tonight is Cam's last night with us. He will be joining a different game remotely, but he's moving to Vancouver to have a baby. He doesn't even look pregnant, but
Carries it well.
so we think maybe he's BSing us, but whatever.
Just wants to leave, making excuses.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I'm pregnant. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So yeah, these tools, up to 3 people can actually help with it now. No, up to 4. Actually, you can all help. However, this stone slab is still really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you're going to open it, I'm going to need some athletic checks.
Okay. I will help. And I'll help.
Okay.
So,
Well, there's 4 of you, so you can all help.
So, who's rolling 2 dice? Everyone else rolling 1?
I just strong back.
No, everybody rolls. Just generate successes.
I don't think that's any, though. No, it's not, because my athletics is actually really low.
2.
nope.
So 3 successes altogether. Any complications?
No.
All right. The stone remains immobile. You guys all reef on it. Right? No one gets a hernia.
Hooray!
Hooray!
But at the same time, the stone itself does not move. You can see the dust kind of shiver around it.
Well, I guess we try harder.
All right, sounds good. Roll.
Enough of this.
We're looking for complications. Okay?
Oh, that really all it is?
Well, no. Well,
We're looking
you
for
need enough successes to open it without getting complications.
Complications.
Complications changes things.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna spend 1 too.
There's a complication right there.
Oh.
2 successes, so it's 3 successes and a complication.
3 successes.
1 success.
Okay.
None of either.
Okay, so you were after 6 total.
So
That's
we got
7.
7.
All right.
But
A complication.
All right.
You're welcome.
Doctor, I need a Beckyotomy.
Which is
the
All
doctor.
right.
I am the doctor.
Oh boy.
All right. So you. Oh, right. So this is red or black. Okay.
snap. Boom.
Okay. So you. The door comes out. Okay. As it begins to slide. Okay. You are about. You realize that what it is it's a set of fitted stone. It looks like it's been carved from one block, but it looks like a table, right? So there's like a bottom runner, a top runner, and then there's the door itself. Okay?
If it's in the...
Right. Yeah, and so what happens is it actually fits, like right pushed in. So as you start pulling it out, you realize this thing is massively heavy, right? And you are perhaps 2/3 of the way out when suddenly your tool snaps, okay? Like the old metal fatigue finally creaks and breaks in half, okay? And the only way, so the door is about 3/4 open, okay? Do you want to, you've already got the successes. However, I'm going to give you a choice at this point whether you're going to brute force the door all the way open, but you can't control it without the bar, right? So once it comes out, it's
Gonna fall and smash.
yeah. Or you can leave it 3/4 of the way open, which means you're going to have to kind of slide inside.
But it means we can't close it after?
Well, with 6 successes on.
Let's.
I'd say just open it all the way.
Permanently.
That could create a loud noise, which would attract attention. We might have to beat a hasty retreat before we can even get to loot.
Yeah.
So
Let's-
we'll take it 3/4. We'll leave it 3/4 open.
All right, so 3/4 open. Only one person can enter at a time, and similarly, only one person can exit at
The time.
So
Oh, lovely.
I'll go in first if no one else is super eager to. I don't know.
No, I'll go first.
All right. Yeah, you've got the lantern. That's probably easier
Yeah.
to squeeze through.
Not the sneaky person.
Well, we could send a sneaky person, sneaking through.
All right.
Without light.
You can always hand him a torch.
which defeats the sneaky.
There'd
Does
be
it, though?
a little bit of light coming through.
Alright.
So do you want to sneak through or?
Hello, Sphinx.
Oh, he's gone through already.
All right.
All right, so you step through. Hiding in the darkness.
Apparently need Indiana Jones music.
Dun, 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 dun. Now, this is not what you think it is. It looks like a sphinx. Absolutely it does. However, this is actually... It has the body of a lion, but the head is actually that of a hooded cobra.
Okay. That's
Okay.
odd.
You lore people know anything about that?
Lore?
Apparently I have lore too.
You can make lore, yep. Who's got the best lore?
Oh.
Sorry,
Yo.
only one person rolls.
Hello.
Did I drop first? Can I keep it?
Yeah, if you dropped it, then it's yours. Yeah.
Because we want to keep it.
Yeah, that's dank. Go for it.
I'm going to say you're allowed to help because you're from this land.
Okay.
3 successes.
And another one, so 4.
4. All right. Yes, you know what this is. How the hell you, being from Quarf, know what this is? I have no idea.
I met this really strange person on a boat one time who just would not shut up about this weird book they were reading.
Yeah, well, what they told you was they told you of an ancient god of Dalkesh who was worshipped by scholars. Okay, and when worshipped by scholars, everybody thought it was kind of like Save Nor or Save, but apparently he would actually impart them knowledge in their dreams. Okay, unfortunately, this imparting many times drove them mad. He had the body of a lion and the head of a serpent. He was known as Yig.
Cool.
That's like one of the cards from the Elder Signs games, isn't it? Am I actually remembering correctly?
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
Yay,
is,
memory!
Yeah, so you're like, so you have this thing. It's like this hissing teeth. You're like,
Oh, crap.
I'd like to know how the hell you know that. Like, how do you know that?
How would I know that? Was she?
I don't know. You tell me, girlfriend.
Maybe the knowledge was delivered to her in a dream.
You're right. You're like, so that's the god Yig. He delivered knowledge to people who were seekers of knowledge, but as well madness. Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
and we're all looking at you like, the fuck?
Okay.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. So one thing you should know is in session 1, all the characters died. And they were brought back to life basically by some powerful being who basically offered them a choice to accept the embrace of death or to return to the world as their servants. Now, they weren't really sure because the voice sounded like a male and female voice badly dubbed together. However, since that time, the characters have had several times strange intuitions. And we believe Ilva has just experienced one. Okay.
So, any vibes off this statue?
So we're going to pause for a second as you guys all turn towards her. Right? And
She's eating leftovers.
I'm actually going to give you 2 dice, please. This will be mental damage.
Oh, and I get
Stress.
to resist and all that stuff.
Absolutely. 1 point. And I think you got a point of, what do you call it?
She has 2 points of courage,
Oh,
so
I soak everything.
Okay.
Courage 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll
so,
d20 on discipline check. Keep the result. 1 courage soak.
well,
okay. So, yeah. So that, you are
Completely
disconcerted for a moment.
unfazed.
Right. But you just kind of steal your way through it. All right. So you are now here. I'm sorry. What was the question about the statue of Yig?
Any vibes off of it?
Well,
Or
in the
repulsion?
flickering light, you can see the statue itself seems to be carved of simple sandstone. However, its twin gem eyes seem to follow you in the darkness.
No. I'm not the thief,
you're
but I'm thinking it.
and no.
Why not?
Dreams and madness. I don't want a god pissed at me, so no, we're not touching those.
Yeah, we're protected.
Well, we're not taking them. I am going to walk over and touch them, though. Kind of run my fingers over.
Oh, are they star-shaped?
They are not star-shaped, but that was excellent. No, they are not star-shaped. However, they are very slightly warm to the touch. The stone is cool, but the stones are not.
Again.
Was that the same sort of feeling that tablet book we took from the other tomb had?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the fancy meats. Yeah, you should take them. Totally take them. Totally take them.
Yeah.
Are they super well secured in there?
You don't know.
Yeah, dagger. Try and find out.
They don't come easily.
You have to pry it out with the dagger. Come on now. Do it.
Let's look at what else is in
Let's
here.
Chicken shit.
Let's peruse the rest first. Okay, so
I have a
scroll down a
dagger.
little bit. Okay, this sounds like you're just going to climb up there and take them out.
That sounds very
Technically-
cautious, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, she's cautious.
All right.
See, I'm more worried about doing something like that, and it triggers like some sort of boulder from the ceiling that we have to run out from. So we do that on the way up.
Right, I look up.
Yeah, so this room was actually built more in a traditional Dalkeshi way. Basically, stone pillars coming up the side with a plinth of stones across, giving it kind of this up, I don't know what that would be, type of ceiling.
Square wave.
Yeah, and when you look at it, it looks really, really basic. Okay, as if it's built solidly, but not ostentatiously. Okay.
Okay. Interesting. But no like webs in the corners.
No, nothing like that.
Do we hear
Great.
You hear nothing.
any dog styles?
Well, there is actually sort of a breeze here, but you've disturbed the air current, right? Like you've
Yeah, we've
opened the
opened the
door,
door. Yeah.
right? So there's like a bit of dust. You can kind of see the dust in the wind, in the light. What do you do?
I'll keep moving south, since that seems to be the direction we can go at the moment.
Okay.
Go light first.
Yep.
All right. So you head south. As you do so, on the floor directly in front of you is the symbol of the old Dalkeshi kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Daddy says goodnight.
Oh, good night. And I'm just going to use this card right now.
Oh, good.
She is at 1 a.m.
So those are spent. She's what?
Because she's in New Brunswick. She's at 1 a.m.
Oh,
Her move happened.
she moved. Oh,
Yes, we didn't
yeah.
get a game in before she did.
Oh, darn it. Well, good night, Daniel.
And
Okay.
that was a jack of clubs. That was his or was that mine?
Right. So Fausto looks like you're leading.
This was Kyle's. That was Jason's.
So it looks like you're leading there, Fausto.
Am I?
It's
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not want it to be? I'm
You
out
and
of
I were lingering at the statue. It's up to you.
figure you were kind of dragging behind, looking at the eyes, and you're like, just maybe gonna.
Can't hurt anything.
Sorry, that was out loud.
Who's leading?
Who's leading? I need.
Not
I'll
yet.
take it.
I will.
I think I was. Am I the most heavily armed one here?
I
Doesn't
have
matter.
a
It's
longsword.
would you naturally be the one who's leading next?
Well, I was the one that said moving down, so
Yeah,
probably.
you are.
So these walls, they're very basic, just carved stone. Okay, like it's fitted stone, and this room definitely has a different feeling than the hallway or than that other room. Okay, definitely less ostentatious. Okay, as you step inside, you are fascinated that to either side there are two large stone sarcophagi. Okay, and directly in front of you is in a crevice on the wall, which is maybe what distracted you, Fausto, is there is a small shelf on the wall, and as the light catches it, there is some sort of metallic object there. The metallic object has a 7-sided star. Okay, you step forward, and that's when the click goes.
Go.
Oh no.
Star.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Is this an audible click that we can all hear?
It's like no.
I wouldn't put it past him, but
All right. The tile. So you step
hear
down.
that there.
As you do so, there is a sort of a metal upon metal kind of sound. Then a screeching of ancient metal.
Can I dodge backwards?
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not sure how you would be able to instantly react. You don't have extraordinary dodge, right? That's a different game.
So
4 dice, please.
Of damage?
Yes. And choose 1 to 3 right. So roll a d6. 3.
right.
that's 5 damage.
5 damage. Do you have any armor in your leg?
Nope.
All right.
Oh.
So, ancient metal screeches out, and its toothed arms suddenly snap together. They snap together just below your knee, and suddenly you are in a tremendous shock of pain. Okay, you grasp your leg and let out a horrid shriek that echoes through the tomb.
Can you make a discipline check to
Nope.
resist the shriek? No.
He took a harm.
Well.
Right? All right. So you have taken a harm to your leg.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now what do you do?
Can we help him get out of said bear trap?
Sure, you run up and try to help him out?
I'm gonna move up carefully.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
Actually, no, I don't have a real way to check for traps other than to look for them, and it's not easy to look
Just stand right behind him, follow his footsteps, and
Yeah, I'm just kind of standing right behind him. Can I give him a hand?
Sure. How are you going to give him a hand? What are you going to do? Pull him out?
No, what I'm going to do is...
Hold the jaws.
Yeah, I'm going to help try and heave the jaws open.
All right, okay. So you got a couple of choices here. You can attempt to heave the jaws apart, which is a difficulty 3 athletics test. Okay. Or you can attempt a craft roll to release the spring.
That's way better.
Okay. Do you have tools?
No, but I am a master craftsman. I can improvise.
You going to spend some time to make some tools?
Shut up! I'm trying to make a tool. No, I'll just do it untooled. Just
Okay, do
kinda-
it.
apparently you'd be better off if there are Nazis to punch, because then you could deflect the pain, because it looked friendly.
I don't think he ever got his foot stuck in a bear trap, though.
Yeah. Crafting?
Yes.
Radical. I can... Ooh. Actually, I will give you 1 doom to reduce the difficulty of this by 1.
Oh, okay.
Because I have Journeyman.
Can I jump in one step back first?
Yeah.
So, how about instead, how many doom did you give him there?
1.
Okay. Well, here's 2 more as a fortune point. That dagger that I keep in my boot kept it from actually snapping all the way shut.
What I'll do is I'll give you 2 points of cover for it, allowing you to roll to deflect damage. So it'd be cover is what I would give you for that.
Sure.
Okay. So you're not going to roll. You're giving me 3 doom to buy a fortune point, allowing. I'll give you 3 cover. Sure, why not? 3 dice.
Because even 1 less is real good.
Wow.
Yeah, that would have been better.
So for those who can't see his dice, for damage he rolled 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and
Which
then
is 5 damage.
yeah, and then for deflecting it, he rolled all 4s, which is 0.
So as a consolation prize, can it be easier to get off because there's a chunk of metal there
Absolutely.
in the way?
I'll reduce difficulty by a further. It's reduced by 1 without spending a doom point because he spent 3 buying a.
Neat, so I can re-roll one of these.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll one of those. That's not better. No.
It's not a complication, is it?
No,
No.
it's just 13 and 13, which
All
is
right.
lucky.
Okay, so stand still. Oh God! Now this thing is actually nailed to the floor. Okay, like it's got spikes into the stone beneath it. Okay, he is attempting to open it. Every time he does, he shrieks in pain. Okay.
It's like, can you just...
Now maybe if you moved around to the far side, you might be able to get a better.
I'll
angle at
move around to the far side.
Oh, okay. Really? You're just
And-
gonna
There's room for
walk around the
me. I
side.
can try and strong
So I'm
back.
just gonna just walk her. Like, show me where you want to go.
I know I'm gonna get my own.
He's like, I'm not sure I want to.
So,
I'll go to here,
Okay,
here. No.
there, and I'll attempt.
there, eh? Really?
Well, where can I get a good?
Well, on the far side, you definitely on the far side you get a much better angle.
If I go all the way over there,
He's just playing with you right now.
I'm playing with you.
I know. I'm gonna. Actually, no. I'll stop. What the hell?
All right, so you're just going to walk across there. Okay, I just want to make sure, Kyle.
I know.
You know. Can you tell me what your intelligence is before we do this?
8.
All right, so you're not dumb.
No.
So
There's going to be more traps. I'm gonna actually. Can I look for traps as I'm moving?
sure. Do you have thievery?
No.
Okay.
Observation.
Yep. Do it.
'Cause I prefer not to get caught in a bear trap.
This is one of the talents I was looking at. It's going to be the next thing I buy.
You think?
Avoiding traps.
It's called It's a Trap.
Oh yes.
What's it do?
You can spot covered pits, pressure plates, fulcrums, and other constructions designed to keep thieves out of burial chambers and treasure rooms.
That never sounds like it's...
See, what happens is it only allows you to make the roll, though, right? Otherwise, you can't see them.
Yeah.
With this talent as a free action, you may trigger these traps as an offensive weapon.
Nice.
1 success.
1 success. All right. So with 1 success, so the object here is you're going to try and avoid it or trigger it.
If I can trigger it without catching myself in it, then I'd trigger it.
What are you going to trigger it with? Your sword?
Right,
Sword.
and have it snapping.
I'll give you a new one.
Yeah, I'm gonna trigger it with a sword if I come across one.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll a dice. Damage dice.
2.
2. All right. Okay.
So my sword is probably in pieces.
No. So every success you roll an observation
Oh yeah.
would allow you to do damage.
Oh right.
A point of damage allows you to trigger a
The trap. I triggered the trap.
Okay. All right. So you, sure enough, buried, not exactly beside it, sort of off to the side, buried in the stucco of the floor,
is
right?
another.
Right? Yeah, so you press, and it's kind of soft there, and you press down, and then suddenly, like you jump back. It's almost like two crocodiles snap together, right? So allows you to move forward to about, where are you? About there. Okay? That's about as far as you can, if you make another observation roll if you like. Or I can make it for you.
I'll make another observation roll.
Okay.
Overless. Sharp senses. Reroll.
Ooh, good for you.
1 success.
All right, roll a d6.
2.
All right. There doesn't seem to be any traps in this next
Okay.
little space.
Doesn't seem to be.
Do you take a step?
Yes.
Kids, don't hurt me.
Oh, my bones!
Yeah. So you step here. You'd also notice that there seems to be, like where you've stood, the floor is all the same color, as if it's painted, right?
Yeah.
Where you're moving there, though, there was almost like a stucco facade. Okay. You're now where you step. There's stone.
Okay.
Okay, so there was...
No trap there compared to...
Well, the stucco they lay down
Yeah.
conceals the
Traps.
right?
Now I'm actually on stone.
Yes.
And craft check to try and get him out of this.
Well, the two of you can help each other now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can make a craft check if you can give me some feedback from the other side as to,
Yeah.
is this pin doing the right thing? And
Go for it, and you'll be able to help him, assuming he gets a success.
hey, that is 3 successes.
All right.
And that, no help. But no complication.
All right. So take an extra momentum, 2 momentum actually, because you have journeyman, right?
Yeah.
Reduce your craft by 1. Yep. All right. So he disables it. Basically, when you release the trap, it kind of the crocodile jaws kind of fall open.
Yeah, I kind of pull the pin from the springs
Yeah.
and it all kind of spoings out.
Yeah.
And, it's like,
And as it does, like you pull a rusty spike that's jammed into his leg out of the.
Ilva.
I move up next to you so I can fix your leg. At least slow the bleeding down.
All right.
bleeding all over the place.
Do you want to make a healing check?
Yeah,
So you did suffer a single harm. Okay, go for it.
I use a
Use
thingy.
one
Just
one or just one?
Why don't you use both of those momentum?
Yeah.
And then if you get extra successes, then there's more momentum.
1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
Do you have any asterisks beside that skill?
Yeah, I can re-roll. Do you want to risk a re-roll? Make it 4 successes.
Nice.
Is it sad? It's like that you're now worried about risking. That's how you gotta play. Roll more dice. It's more complication. Okay, so
That was my first 20 in how many games?
I got a couple questions for you. First off, there are 2 pieces to. First, you have to triage the wound.
Yep.
Okay, which will reduce the harm, right? Secondly, you can also help him recover the actual vigor.
Okay.
So it's actually 2 rolls.
Okay.
Okay, and they're rolled separately.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is, did you wish to triage the wound, okay, and thus bind the wound with those 4 successes, or did you wish to heal his vigor? The difficulty for the wound, by the way, is only a single success.
So it'd be 3 momentum back,
It'd be 3 momentum on the table.
and
Correct.
then another roll to heal his vigor.
Correct.
Sure, do that.
Okay.
Does healing the vigor cost a charge from the kit?
It does not. If she spends a charge from the kit, it adds a dice.
Oh, okay.
But
cool.
now I've got
So
3.
you've got 3 momentum, so you can...
And so you want me to burn
So
all?
it's treated, right?
Yep.
So you want me to burn all of them?
It's 5 vigor damage.
Yep.
You heal 2 per success.
Yes.
1.
No, she heals. Yes.
I recover 2 per when I do my thing. but
Everybody does. Yeah.
I just
You
do
recover.
both.
Yeah, you can heal both.
What are we doing? Tell me.
I would go with 1, maybe 2 momentum spends for this.
2.
I'll do 2. Make sure for healing 5. All the maths. Gross. Also gross. 2 successes.
So 4.
So 4 vigor.
4 out of 5 ain't bad.
All right.
Well, do I get a...
A recovery check.
Yay!
Which might heal the last of it.
Yep.
Real healing by the healer. Who's a real healer?
1.
Okay.
Nice. So your wound is treated.
Right. Yeah. So you have to sit down and rest, though.
Ooh.
Okay. So what we're going to say is you're actually... I'm going to
keep watch on the door.
all right. Okay. So you move up to the side.
You're gonna hobble up.
Kind of against the wall there. Up a bit more.
Like in the alcove.
Nope. One more.
Leaning up against the statue of Yig.
Yes. Start fidgeting with your
Yeah,
eyes.
sure. Why not?
You're bored.
Oh, no.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Okay, so I retrace Tolmos's path to across this stuccoed trap-filled floor and look up.
There, by the way, there was not any complication. There was not actually traps there. That was actually a complication that you had drawn. So, FYI.
I just saw what that card was.
It's ugly.
And it's mine, unfortunately. And that's from way back.
Mm-hmm.
He's been plotting all night for you to have it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the thing that probably things the thing. I'm going to look at that 7-pointed metal glinty object.
Right.
I'm going to carefully tread my way towards it, see if the floor is stone. Make sure there's
so
nothing
the
on
trap has
ceiling.
been sprung. There are no further traps in this room.
I love it.
Okay. So you guys step forward, and you. So there's a couple of like nubs of candles, anciently burned. Okay, and then between them, almost as if tossed here casually on the shelf, there is. It looks like. So. It looks like a round rod, maybe a foot in length, with a cross piece on it. This is made of bronze, and then the actual head itself is of a 7-pointed star. Although the indents on the stars, like the shafts on the star, some are deeper than other ones.
Aha.
Okay.
Let's make the key somehow, right?
So yeah, it is definitely one of the keys to the door.
I see.
I guess check out the sarcophagi for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
I'll go to the one on the left.
And you go to the one on the right, open at the same time, kind of idea?
Apparently so.
No, my observation is bad, so I'm actually going to help keep the light while Tomos checks this out.
Actually, check is there anything... Lore check to see if I can't decipher anything on the sarcophagus top before we open it up.
Okay, what's your roll? Go ahead and make your roll.
One success.
One success. Okay. You are... you read it. The markings almost are a bit gibberishy, maybe the right way of saying it.
Okay.
Imagine, if you would, that we put like a bunch of random words together and tried to make a sentence out of it. How that would sound.
Turquoise bicycle shoe fins actualize radishes greenly.
Yeah.
Right?
Now I know your password.
My science!
Yeah, you're like, you read it and you're like,
It's not making any sense.
what? Yeah.
But then again, never was the best with ancient Delcashi.
Yeah, that might be the problem, right? So what do you do?
Well, open mine.
Okay. So these are these are sarcophagus. They are not royal sarcophagus or anything like that.
No.
They are basically just your very basic stone sarcophagi. That said, they're quite long. They're about 7 feet long. Okay, and so as you kind of lift the side of it, the stone is relatively thin and it pushes, right? And inside, sure enough, there is a skeleton. Okay. Well, there's a dead person. He's been mummified, and he has sort of laid around him what appear to be his particular grave goods. Okay. You notice, like, for example, a measuring tool that you have seen like sea captains measure distance with, but different somehow. Okay. A set of rods tied together, apparently made of
Architect
ivory.
or something, possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
Is there much coffee left?
Yep.
Ivory's pretty. Fill him first, because I've got soda otherwise.
Okay.
Is ivory valuable in this world?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Something clicks off your boot.
What, when I'm just standing there?
Yeah. So you're standing there, right? I remember it's kind of like a little bit of a dust from when you open the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like a bug walking across my feet?
No, you look down. It's like, what was that, right? Because there's definitely something that kind of like across the side of your boot, and then from across the hall, another piece of like white stone kind of rolls towards. Actually, there's another piece right here that. And you see stones sort of rolling together towards the center, and as they sort of touch one another, they kind of it's like a minute like click. Okay. Make an observation test, please. I almost dropped that.
Everyone make an
Not
observation.
quite good.
Well, not you guys. You guys are examining it.
Complication. And
Should I,
success.
though?
Okay, not a dramatic roll. You can. The two of you can, for sure. You and her.
Yeah, I assume I was, since it was happening to me, so...
2.
All right. Yeah, so the dust, like, it was kind of settling after you were in here, right? But the dust has started like, now you notice, like, the dust is kind of moving, despite the fact the air isn't moving anymore. And these small pieces are sort of... And for a moment, like, you're like, what the and you realize then that this sort of pile of dust and stone that is actually here, you suddenly realize as half of a skull kind of pulls itself out and clicks together, that this dust and the stone that you're standing on is actually apparently a pile of powdered bone.
Yeah. Lovely.
Anyone discipline checks?
Yeah, you can make a discipline check.
Everyone, or
No,
No.
just these two. It's like,
Uh...
well, that's certainly not good. Anything?
Hey, there's a momentum on the table. One success.
2 successes and a soak.
Already getting right to the soak, eh?
Well, I didn't even look at your roll. I
That's
come
what I rolled.
equipped with that stuff, so... Actually,
no, I don't roll. That's fine. Don't bother rolling. This will just be straight mental stress. Take 2 dice.
So
It's weird. Yeah, so don't worry about that roll.
Okay.
So if you have complications or whatever, it doesn't matter. Put the momentum back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll 2 dice. Yeah, something odd is happening, and your mind is like, yeah, that's totally not good. So you'll take a point of stress. You're
I'll take
fine.
1.
Yeah, so you kind of steel yourself. You've seen weird shit up in Core 4. Okay, so you guys are like, oh, hey, look, grave goods. You know, it's like some ivory rods here.
Yeah.
And,
And you're
yeah.
like,
What do you do?
So I'm gonna note down those ivory rods.
Okay.
should
Do you-
he note
do
them
you-
down
do-
because
do you
he's
take
taking
them?
them?
Do you take them?
Do you want them?
I'll take the ivory
Well,
rods.
he was the
yeah.
one opening the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Can't do all the things. You have the key at the nook.
Okay. So, yeah, so you two are... Right? Now, that piece of skull, when it kind of goes across, it still forms a bit of a cup, so it's actually kind of forms this odd... like this hollow sound, right? As it connects to another piece, which is not another piece of a skull. It's just another piece of white.
Uh-huh.
The head bone's connected to the leg bone.
The leg bone's connected to the
Can I
red
step
thing.
on it?
The red
I like
thing's
to
connected
step
to
on
my
it.
What's that?
Can I
wristwatch.
step on it or kick it?
Can you step on it or kick it? Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't. It's just wrong.
Okay, so you just kick it across the room?
Kind of away from the, like, where there's less dust.
Okay, fair enough. So you kick it across the room. It stops about halfway. Starts rolling back.
Guys!
In the meantime, as you put your other foot, you realize, you kind of take a step back and you have to pull your foot away because some fingers and part of a leg bone have actually formed like sort of a rough hand, and actually have grabbed your ankle.
I'm not okay with being touched. Stranger danger. Okay, we will be calling out at this point.
I know.
Feel
Yeah,
free
let's-
to turn
let's-
around and
let's-
do
we'll turn
something.
around.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, what in the seven hells is going on here?
So a sword and a dagger.
Well, my sword was
All
already
right
out.
then, shink shink. Okay.
So the dust is collecting by him too, or is it going past him towards
Actually, it's
me?
almost exactly where you're standing. Like actually, where you are right there.
I was
Where
heading
you're-
for a sarcophagus. That was my original plan. Thank you.
Okay, then none of that happened. It's totally
no,
cool.
no, it's fine if it's gathering at me. It's just
Well, no, it's
It's
this-
gathering
this-
in there.
Yes. Like that pile of stuff right there.
That's becoming.
It's becoming a thing.
Hooray!
Uh-huh.
Boom, boom, ba-doo, ba-doo, bum. Boom, boom, ba-roop, boop, ba-doo, ba-doo, ba. Boom, boom, ba-roop, boop, ba.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, sounds like you pause. What do you do? Yeah, so you're in the sarcophagus. You
there's
snag
a-
up these
the
ivory
ivory
rods
rods.
and put them in. You notice as you pick them up that they seem to be notched and they seem to be very finely carved. Although, do you take time to read them right now?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so you're at the other sarcophagus, right? And you can hear this clicking. It would be you then going, guys?
so no
I'm just gonna-
damage then.
No. And you're over here, so you're kind of out of the way. Okay, but you can see it right there on that spot.
I think there's some sort of cursed bone monster assembling to try to kill us.
Cursed bone monster. Wow.
That's a whole lot sentence right there.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, so yeah, I'm still wondering what y'all are doing.
So I'm going to draw a sword and attempt to debone this bone monster.
All right. So there seems to be several sort of small collections going together. Of the 20 or 30 of those, which number do you want to attack?
I want to attack the ones that are in the way of grabbing my feet as I move to this way.
So it's time to leave, is it?
Yeah, that's usually what that indicates.
All
Because
right.
they said buried with like 20 servants.
Uh-huh.
I think we found them.
Or parts of them.
Yeah, well, like
Well, there's still another door that we haven't opened. So
exactly. So let's. Well, we've got one key. It might be used 3 times, or it might be 3 keys we need. Or it might be one key that our lockpick can analyze and use that to base his lockpicking on. In any event, it's time to GTFO.
why? Let's kill it. Burn it.
With what? Torches?
We have torches.
There's a torch and a lamp.
Yeah, so you remember how there was like 20 of them?
It's a lot.
There's only one jawbone and skull bone going by.
No,
At the
there's
moment.
like 20 forming.
Is there multiples forming?
No, there are. What I'm saying is not collecting all in one place. Like,
No,
they're
it's collecting
all like you're saying. I'm going to stab it. It's like, well, they're it's all kind of collecting in you know,
in
like
various
things like two things touch each other. They kind of go. They almost like they pop up.
Ah,
Well, while I'm standing over there, I'm going to ask the statue just in a hushed voice, do you want me to take your eyes with me or leave them here?
No, just leave them here.
Okay.
Take 20 stress.
And you now have white hair.
There is strangely no response.
Can't
That
imagine.
was one of the options.
that say nothing if you want me to take them.
Yeah, that was... that was going to be my next statement.
You want me to just leave him here? Say something. Okay, we're good.
You totally gave me silence is permission.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, so you're at the other sarcophagus?
Yes.
You're pulling off the lid, right?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. As you do so, again, fairly large sarcophagus, about 7 feet or so. Inside there is a mummified form. Okay, and again, grave goods kind of scattered around him. Like quite a few of them. Now, you know that when people bury people with things, they don't necessarily just bury them with valuables, right? They bury them with things that were important in their lives, right? This fellow actually has like what looks to be a mummified animal at his feet. Right?
People and their pets.
Right? Yeah, and otherwise you can see, what looks like a dagger sheath and some small urns or whatever.
Hold the light up. Can you see in here?
Oh,
Yeah, so what you can see from here, it's dark, right? So
Yeah.
So are you guys continuing to search?
I'll continue to search.
Okay, what about you? You're talking to the statue.
I mean, it's implicitly given me permission to take the eyes with me. So,
Okay, so you just hop up there?
yeah, I'll just pry one out.
Okay, fair enough.
The eye bone's connected to the.
So when they hold up the light, anything shiny in the
Yeah,
light.
go ahead and make an observation check, please.
That would be a no.
All right, so you're kind of going through the dust and all of the detritus. You move aside something that's made of ceramic and it kind of shatters underneath your hand. You're pulling away the cloth, etc., looking for anything of value.
Looking for shiny.
Nope, nothing.
You
You have sharp senses, though, right?
Right, one more. No.
All right, yeah.
16 and 17? 17 and 17.
Same thing. Like you're pulling away. This thing is it's not full of stuff, but it's all deteriorated, right? And so as you're kind of pulling stuff away, you move some jars out of the way. You're pretty sure like you have to kind of move the body, etc. You're pretty sure that you haven't seen everything there is to see, just because things keep falling in your way as you
I don't
do
think
it.
we.
I'm like holding the torch, but I'm like trying to look over their shoulders, and then there's like this stuff moving.
Right?
I think it's time to go from this room.
Yeah.
We have to walk through that stuff.
I know.
Sure, that's yeah.
Yep, you do.
All right, we need a. Yeah, we'll make it thievery. What the heck?
Well, that is what he's doing.
Holy
19,
good
19, and what?
golly!
17, 18, 19.
But I get to re-roll one of them.
18! It's like,
Hoppa!
wow, tonight is not your night.
Yeah.
Do you want a craft check? Maybe easier?
All right, so you're like poking it. Man, these things are really in there.
And then it blinks.
You can see like the eyebrow. It's not, but
No.
pretend like it was, right? All right, so you're leaving with the light. Is that what I'm seeing here?
So
Where?
Tomos also has light.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be.
So I'd go first to make sure that I light our way, of course.
And then
Of course.
you can go, and then I'll.
Thank you. Gentlemen.
All right. Yeah. So you arrive at the door. Who's going to go through the door first?
Someone with light.
The
Since you're
wounded guy?
skedaddling.
Yeah, probably.
The wounded guy.
Who's busy with the...
I'll go first, so there's light out here.
All right.
And then...
I'm going to take this as a message that this Elder God's affecting my dice roll and doesn't want me to take those eyes.
It really sucks when the Elder Gods don't want to play.
Blink once if you want me to take the eyes.
Blink.
Okay, so of course I'm going to do this to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, okay. Yeah, so you arrive at the door, and you're going to need to shimmy through.
Yeah.
Okay, now, when you had all the time in the world, this was not a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Now when we're...
Acrobatics.
Oh, boy.
So,
Hold on for a second.
Well-
So he did say he was going first, and he was closest.
Okay, so... then I will... Blop it up. Boo.
Okay, acrobatics. You step out into the darkness.
got 2 successes.
Woohoo! One's all you need, so you can put a momentum on the table for the next guy. Oh, all right. So as you guys both roll a d6.
2.
1. All right. So as you are departing, right, the sarcophagus closes, and because you're not holding it open anymore. Actually, no, it would stay open. But you notice as you're departing, like it's like, okay, we gotta go, let's go. And your eye actually turns, and you can see sort of at the foot of the sarcophagus itself, like the sarcophagus is not right against the ground. It's actually built on sort of like a stone table, and you see some stuff underneath it, bottles and stuff like that. But there, glinting in the torchlight as you're departing, is a 7-pointed star.
Do
Yes,
it.
I'm going back for it.
Are you?
That means there's another one, yeah?
Yes, I'll go back for it.
Are you sure?
I'll stay with him.
Yes, I'm sure.
Is that 2 or 3 now?
That'd be 2.
We need 3. But that means that they're separate.
All right. Okay, so you would have been about... Okay, she was ahead of you,
Yeah.
right? So she would have been about here. Okay, when you noticed that, and stop moving them. Okay, so you would have been about... She would have been about there to almost when you turned and looked and saw it underneath.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn back to grab it.
Okay. Yeah, so you slip out. Hey, we're good. Come on. Where'd everybody go? Okay. Tick.
Building up to something.
Okay, so you grab the one, so while you're in there, go look for the other one.
Okay, so you jump for the other one. Okay, so you basically move to the other one. Where are you moving, Ilva? You are basically in the middle of this swirling dust. This thing is now, like, there's now a column of bone directly in front of you.
I'd stay with him.
Okay.
Don't want him left alone.
All right. Well,
Because you at least have Fausto with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to kind of keep light so that there's some light out in the hall. And
Yeah, looking around to see if there's a second one.
Yeah.
Underneath as well from his light.
Oh.
Yeah.
all right. And suddenly this thing turns from a pillar of bone, right? And it pulls one leg out, like it kind of splits up the center, right? Right? And then it's like part of the bone kind of rolls forward, and there are a pair of eyes. Now, it's bigger than a skeleton, right? So, like one of the eyes is like shining out of the mouth of a skull. The other one's sort of like between like two ribs. But, yeah, so it kind of looks around. Its eyes glaring with evil greenish glow.
Oh, love
You guys coming out?
As soon as I grab something.
No. To the sides of the walls.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you go?
Yeah.
Show me.
To the sides of the doors because it's facing up, yeah? So out of line of sight.
Okay.
so like to here.
Yeah, just, yeah. So
Or to the other side.
Just
Because
touch
only
it.
one of you will be able to fit
yeah, it
beside
would
there
be,
and hide.
yeah. Because it'd be going to the other side to look for the key because you found one on the one side.
Ah, right. So
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
like...
All right. Yes, you have no idea what it is, but it is some sort of construction of bone, right?
It's
And
a
even
bone
as you
construct.
watch, like the bone still continues to kind of roil around it.
Are you guys coming out?
Okay, so yeah, it's just a, kind of turns. Then from outside you hear this distant, quiet voice. Hey, are you guys coming out? The thing turns.
Oh.
Clackety clack clack clack. Right, and it lets out sort of this howling as if it's the winds of hell.
That's bad.
Uh-huh.
All right.
We say do one.
Yeah, let's go to actions. Who wants to go first?
Well, my action was moving.
Yeah, that was previous. Like, you saw this happening, you hit.
Yeah, so...
Grab the...
Do you have a weapon out?
no, because I've got my... Actually, no, I had this... no, I did not have a weapon out.
No, you have the lamp.
I have the lamp.
Yeah,
I have sword and torch.
Okay, yeah, so who wants to go first?
I'll go first and grab the key.
All right, so you reach down and snag up the key, throw it into your purse. Sounds good.
Alright. I will go second. And I will, I guess, move to combat this thing.
Why?
Well, actually, here, better idea. I'm going to move to try and draw it upwards so that you guys have a window behind it to actually get to the door.
Can I make any check to see if there's any other glinting key while we're down here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna yell profanities at it in various languages.
Shall I use the momentum to try and get the third key?
Sure.
Guess I'm gonna move back in.
Or you're just, guys?
Fuck.
At least one success.
All right, so one success.
Yep.
Yeah, so you stop looking inside of the sarcophagus, look underneath, and sure enough, there, amongst a variety of other, bottles, etc., you definitely see, this key.
Grab the third key.
All right, fair enough. You snag the key in your hand, that'll move you away from the door a little bit. So I'm just going to move you down. So move you down to about there.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So action. You've acted.
My action is to, taunt it, I guess. Which, if it has any intelligence, might work. If it's just sort of an animated construct, probably
Well,
doesn't.
I mean, it can see you. And
Yeah.
you're making noise at it.
I am making noise at it.
So I guess I'm rolling acrobatics to get back through?
All right.
I wouldn't.
I don't know that.
Okay. Yeah, no one's actually yelled danger, right?
Yeah,
So,
you're just screaming obscenities and...
I think is more of the case.
That's that largely, yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Fucking.
All right.
Alan.
So
Do you
roll acrobatics at all?
So he's just rolled 2 20s, which is 2 complications. So we're going to pause right there for a 15-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Well,
Ted
how
got
many?
one night.
All right. So we're back. Just before we left, Jason rolled 2 complications, and I drew cards for them. Yay. So this should be a lot of fun. So we're going to pick it up with Jason having to attempt to get through the door. I'm going to rule you get stuck. Okay, I'm actually going to discard one of these. Which one of these two do you want me to discard?
the worst one.
Which one's that? The red back one or the red back one? Or the
Call that
purple?
red. That one.
All right, yeah, that wasn't a good one anyhow. Okay.
Small, low heart.
No.
Really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to say you actually get trapped halfway through, okay? What's occurred is your sword sheath has kind of wedged itself in, and you're kind of like pulling yourself, trying to get in, okay? So I believe you were the last action, though, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's that thing.
So you're like, and you hear, and then from somewhere else you hear,
Oh, as that one kicks in.
Incoming power.
The only card I need is the Ace of Spades.
All right, and yeah, suddenly from outside,
Go him to the guards.
Zabir coughs loudly,
And
almost as if
continues.
he's dying. Which echoes down through
He
here.
coughs loudly and conspicuously.
Yes, very much so. Okay, so its turn. Okay, it kind of sees you, and it doesn't really step forward. What it does is, it's like a fluid thing, right? It moves its foot forward, but it's like the bones kind of roll to make it move forward, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like an animate cloud of bone fragments.
And it suddenly is on top of you.
Great.
Oh, it moves fast
Great,
too.
hooray. I'm so glad about that.
It brings down
golems
both
are
of his
wont to
feet.
do.
That seems bad. I'm gonna try and dodge behind the thing.
Okay, well you can give me Doom in a second.
Yeah, let's see how well it does with its smashy smash.
Okay, that'll be 1 success. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's bones come up, and then as they crash downwards, you give me a Doom.
Can I parry, or do I have to dodge?
It's an area effect, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not parrying one thing here.
Yeah.
I would say if you had a shield, I would allow you to shield block.
I don't though.
Okay.
We need
So
shields.
I'm gonna try and dodge. I'm not good at dodging.
It certainly sounds like an acrobatics roll.
It sure does, folks.
Do you have any fortune points?
I got 1, but that would only give me 1 success here.
Oh.
Hey, how about that acrobatics?
Yeah. How about 1 success though?
Oh, shut up. Okay.
Yeah. Tuck and roll.
All right. This thing is not fast, okay? So this 8,
Yeah.
that's just a hit,
Cool.
right? However, when the bones come down, it's definitely not roiling. It's something solid when it hits, and you can actually see it like tear a gouge out of the wall as its fists crash into the ground in front of you. All right.
Yeet.
It's now your turn again. Yeah, so let's just move you to where you are. You're right here.
Right in the door.
Yes.
You need
All
to
right.
get out of the door so we can get out of the door.
So you're stuck in the door. I'm going to need an athletics check to force yourself in or out.
And you can see that thing.
Yep, but at the same time, so for avoiding the authorities, staying inside is the best, because if they run up and look in the door and see the weird bone golem attacking, they're just going to say, yep, nope.
That's okay. That's more targets. That's not us.
Yeah, but if I go outside, they'll just, arrest me.
That seems bad.
Or,
Or does that seem bad?
Yes, take me to jail. Oh no, the
You're
horror.
not carrying anything that's illegal at the books of your lockpicks, but you don't have anything on you.
You are, however, desecrating a tomb. Throwing it out there.
Yeah. I caught the
tourist.
Tomb Raiders.
You're a tourist.
and
I'm a tomb tourist.
yeah, and there was just some noise. I came to look at it, and look at that thing.
Whoa. Yeah.
I was like, this
What
is
happened
a
to your
lot.
leg?
The weird skeleton thing, baby.
And then you bandage yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Okay, so
Anything.
in or out, that's the question.
I don't know. We'll come back to you, though. Yeah, so, Ilva, you have spotted the thing.
I can't get past it. So
No, you've spotted the thing.
You need to grab it.
The key.
I thought I already did. Okay, yeah,
No.
grab the key.
All right, fair enough.
That's why I came back here.
That's right. You used observation last time. It's like, is there... Oh, there it is. Bong.
Yeah.
You almost hear in the background. Oh. Okay. Okay, you snatch it up. Okay, that leaves Tomos, Ibran, and Fausto. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I'm just moving in.
Oh, you're going to move in. All right. Athletics, please.
We're heroes after all.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. You're trying to power your way in now.
Yeah, great heroes deserve to be entombed. In
That's a success.
No problem. Okay, so you pull yourself inside. If we were making comic noises, it'd be like... right? You are now inside. And as you are... It's your action. You see this thing. I should have done this for you last round, but I did not. Roll 3 dice, please.
This is over top of when I saw it before.
Well, you haven't actually seen it full. Yeah, and I haven't rolled this for anybody yet, so you're supposed to when you first see it. Right. Okay, so that'll be 2 points of mental stress. The 6 will activate as a stun. What? You cannot move this round. You have your action, but you're frozen in place.
Well, can my action be kind of...
You can trade your action to move.
Well, can I just sort of hide behind the door where it is? So if someone looks in from the outside, they can't see.
Like down here?
No, just more or less where I am. Maybe
Okay.
up, or possibly up 1x, but in that general area.
Sure, absolutely. So you trade your action for a move. That's fine.
Well,
You lose your move action. That's what the stun does.
well, my point was to stealth for anyone looking in from the outside.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
But I could stay in the same place and do that, maybe? I don't know.
so what happens is the challenge here is if you are standing there, Ibram has a torch, right? And you'll be highlighted in the middle of that that shaft of light leading out to the door.
Oh,
because you're casting a shadow out the door.
So the door is partly...
So remember, the door is like a table on its side. You've
Yeah.
pulled it about 2/3 of the way out. So it's still standing there. Like the door is still there and open.
Yeah.
Right? It's not down. So like if somebody looked in here, they would see this door 2/3 of the way out from the wall.
Mhm.
Right?
Oh, out?
Yes.
Yeah, it came
Yeah,
towards us.
it went that way.
Yes. You had to pull it out.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, okay. Then, no, I don't want to move. I'll just... Is there a full defense action or something?
you can observation to exploit this thing.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. That sounds like a good thing to do.
All right, do it. Observation difficulty 1.
That is 2 successes.
Nice. Okay, remember any extra momentum can be used from this roll can be used to. So that'll be
dice and damage.
that'll
to
be
your-
right. That'll be actually special momentum.
Yeah.
So you can either add it as momentum just to the general pool, or I can give you one for an extra d20 and an extra d6 damage if you attack next round.
Okay.
Okay. But it has to be spent for that. Okay. So Fausto and Ilva have acted.
Okay.
Ibram,
All right. Am I in sorting range of this thing?
It's
I
huge.
don't know. Sorting, what's that?
That is attacking with my
Warding.
longsword.
Oh, I thought you said sorting. Are you in sorting range? Sorting?
Gonna sort the bones into
It's
them.
like, yeah, skull, femur, tibia.
There's like 6 skulls in here.
You have more than your fair share of skulls, young man.
Sir, you're gonna have to give some of those back. I'm gonna attempt.
You gonna attack it?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack it and then move away. Is my plan.
Yeah, okay, do it.
All right.
Pokey pokey.
Tickle, tickle.
Oh. Does this give you 2 successes?
This gives me 2 successes.
So he's used a fortune point here, which gives him 2 automatic successes.
Tickle, tickle. 3 successes.
All right, that's a hit with 2 momentum. Yeah, the creature does not defend itself.
Hooray!
Yeah, your sword. So now we roll,
Yep.
and I need to know anything but. I don't need to know anything except for a 1 to 3
For location?
One die.
for a location. Somebody give me a location, please.
Oh, so
Yeah,
not.
you stab it in the bits.
All the bits.
Can I cold shot with the momentum?
You can after you do a exploit,
Oh, okay.
right? Because right now you're looking at it and going,
It's
moving bones.
It's a whole bunch of bones. All right. Hassan Chop. That's bad.
How bad is it?
It's bad that I'm going to re-roll 3 of those.
Okay, that seems pretty bad.
That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if this was vicious, it would be more.
But instead, it's parrying.
It's the long sword is just parrying.
You need a hand axe.
Yeah.
Boarding axe.
You need a sword and a hand axe.
And a shield.
Then you can parry. Yeah, and a shield. And a torch. And a torch.
Also 2 extra arms.
Yeah. That just makes it easier.
That does help the whole like.
All right. Yeah. So you slash into this creature. The bones powder and crush and sort of get torn aside, but your sword encounters tremendous resistance just moving through it. It doesn't seem to react with any kind of fear or anything like that, but you can, there is definitely a satisfying feel to hitting it, right? Like, it's not like it's not like you're punching at air. You're definitely hitting something.
Yeah.
You're not sure you could define what it was. By the way, did I ask you to roll 3 dice mental damage?
No, but let's do that. So that's stun 1, so that's 3 damage.
Okay, so that'll be 3 mental damage minus your courage, and you will not be able to move this round.
Well, that's a shame because that was my other plan. All right. Well, next person.
Which would be me, and
Thomas
will move.
So you have a torch in one hand, and your other hand is empty.
Oh,
He's got a lantern.
Lantern in one hand. I'll pull my sword out, and then I will move. So pace is 5 plus athletics.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll move.
So 5. It's 5
6.
plus athletics.
So 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, if you just move, you can move just straight up the wall. You'll be behind him next to the statue.
3, 4, 5.
Okay. Then what?
Well, first it's not. Well, it'd be an acrobatics to ready my weapon while moving, correct?
Yes. No.
What do we
Melee.
decide?
Melee.
Doesn't matter. They're both the same.
So normally it's an action to actually ready your weapon, unless you're moving, in which case you can make an athletics to do both at the same time, or a melee check.
No.
No.
So,
Okay. So you're dragging at your sword. You miss it.
Miss it.
That does mean, however, you commit your action to actually drawing your weapon.
Yeah.
So that'll become your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
My sword was already out, so I guess I move up next.
Oh no, you
grab
to
the-
grab
Oh,
the
okay.
key.
That's still this
Yeah,
round.
So
So
I
it
think
is-
it's now my turn.
It
is
is
your
Bone Guy turn.
Bone guy. Okay. So its skull sort of wavers, and we'll roll a d6 each.
I got a 3.
I got a 4.
Okay. Kyle, you're the lucky contendant.
Of course.
So it kind of crashes. The arms get reabsorbed into this kind of cloud, and it turns around and reaches out for you with its claw.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
It's not super quick or accurate. That's a bonus.
1 hit.
Parry?
No.
No.
Well, maybe.
Do you have a shield?
You can try parrying. Okay. I didn't give this option to Cameron. I realize I should have. What parrying will allow you to do is take cover. So basically, you block part of its attack.
Okay.
Right. No. It's like what happens as you kind of parry it. The stuff comes around it to hit you.
Right.
Oh, very samurai.
Right. So you might parry lots. You might parry nothing. Right.
Try.
It's going to provide cover dice if you're successful. Otherwise, you can dodge.
If you have dodge.
What's your acrobatics?
Acrobatics is 9.
Parry is.
Parry is 9.
So acrobatics is a better choice here.
Yeah.
Of course, it gives me doom.
Yes, it does. So take a doom.
All right. Just one. Do you
Just-
want an extra maybe dice or something?
No.
There's a momentum on the table.
I'm actually going to use the momentum on the table.
Sounds good. Do it.
You get all the successes.
All successes, all the time. Oh no.
Is that no successes?
That's no successes and a complication.
Oh, complication. I love those.
Yeah.
This has
Why do
been
I take parry?
an improbable night for that.
Oh.
Nice.
So how much damage do I take?
Well, let's roll to find out, shall we?
And where?
Yeah. So give me. This is general damage. He hits you in multiple spots.
Oh,
Okay.
so he hits you about the head and body.
Hits me, period. Ooh.
Would you like the bucket? 2, 4, 5.
5 points, and you will count your highest armor against it.
So 1. So 4 points.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, so its hand crashes out for you. As it does so, there's like a splinter as they kind of rip your flesh from your bones, right? Suddenly there's a spray of blood everywhere. To your horror, you realize it's yours. Go ahead and make your mental damage, please.
3 minus 1 for courage, so 2 mental.
2. Okay, fair enough. And in the back of your brain, in ancient Dalkeshi, you hear interloper.
Oh shit.
Okay. Right, okay.
Round next.
Oh, and I'm stunned. But
Yeah, and you are...
well, I have 1, a 5, and a 5.
No.
No.
You said
No.
6s were stuns.
No. For what?
Because the mental damage?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. No, from being hit, you don't get stunned.
No,
Yes,
but
okay,
from the
yes.
mental.
Yes, so you are frozen in spot.
Yeah.
Not like you're going anywhere anyway.
No.
All right.
What's
But
gonna try your
I'm just looking at how
exploited
much
shot?
doom you have.
I got 6. Oh, no, I got 8.
And you still have those things?
Yeah. I have 12 if you count these guys.
oh.
Those are...
No, they're tied.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, they don't get...
Everybody roll 1d6, please.
4.
4.
6.
Thank you. Okay.
Want to use your exploit attack there?
Yeah. So does this count as momentum for spending it for my attack? Or
Sort
is
of. It counts as special momentum. It gives you plus 1d20 and a d6 for damage.
So your attack roll is going to have
And
additional.
it becomes vicious.
And your dagger gets a whole bunch of bonuses.
Well, it'll be vicious and intense anyway because I got if I use
vicious
a dagger
stats.
because it's. Oh yeah, I guess there's that. It's just whether I burn it towards the fortune point thing or not.
No, you
no,
can't.
it can't. That's why
Yeah.
it's white.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is specifically your
That was the-
exploited attack.
Other question then is, do I spend a doom here?
Not when he's sitting at that menu.
I
though.
wouldn't.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, because that would mean no parries for anybody.
Well, I've got free. But...
Unless you've got parrying weapons.
Unless you got parried, no dodges then.
Yeah. But it would be a guaranteed hit that
Oh,
I
just
can
roll
do
your free
damage
dice.
with.
It only
Mine-
takes 1 to hit him, right?
Yeah, my melee's not that good though.
How good's your melee? 9? 8?
9.
It's better than his.
Yeah, but I do 7 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But you don't notice no bonus damage.
Yes.
Though I do really want the cold shot that comes up in there.
You got
All the
three-
risk.
You got 3 dice already, but
Yep.
how much are you giving him?
3 doom.
You only can do 2.
You can only
Max
do
of
2.
5.
Oh no, he's
No,
giving
no,
him 3 doom
For a fortune.
for a fortune
Fortune
point.
Oh. Shit balls.
Yeah.
Yeet. And then. So that's 3 successes.
That's good.
Which you can, those 2 for a headshot,
Eyeball shot, as it were.
Yes.
eyeball shot.
Some sort of dark mass that kind of floats around the actual being itself. It's not where the eyes are, but it's some sort of dark center.
And whatever your damage is, you do an additional dice as well.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? What are you attacking with?
The dagger.
Because you don't have a sword.
I do.
But he's using the dagger because of the property when you use an exploit.
Yeah.
Which is?
It gives
Unfor-
it Unforgiving, which is vicious and intense.
So it's... Okay, fair enough. Sounds good.
Which means...
Those are all hits.
Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then however many stacks of vicious and intense. 4
So-
intense.
So let me verify the exploit rules. Because 1 moment, please. It's not like we don't play often enough. Improvise, hidden, persistent. Nope, wrong place. There we go. Charge. So close. X. Oh, that's momentum. Pass. Ready. Cover. Exploit. Okay. If this succeeds, your first attack before the end of the next turn gains piercing 2 quality.
Mm-hmm.
If desired, the character may spend 1 momentum from this test to add 1 bonus d20 to the skill test and 1 damage dice. Repeatable, but they do count towards the bonus d20s you're allowed to have. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and you get the vicious and unforgiving from the vicious and intense from the unforgiving.
So it is unforgiving.
Yeah.
If the target of this attack was affected by an exploit action immediately before, this gains both intense and vicious qualities. Intense automatically does an extra wound if you do 1 wound, and vicious gives you vicious 1. So 5s can be counted as 6s.
What?
But I'm sorry, 5s and 6s count as an extra wound if you spend them as vicious. But you have to activate the intense as well, right?
Because you can only activate 1 per die.
Go to 151.
Okay.
Thrill as we check the rules.
Ooh.
Effects add 1 to the total die roll and work in conjunctions with qualities that influence. Not all qualities trigger on the roll of 1 or more effects. Some provide passage, but the majority of qualities are tied to effects rolled. If 1 or more effects are rolled when rolling damage, then all the qualities trigger on the effect. Cool.
All the qualities trigger.
Yeah. Also, intense is not triggered. It's if you do a harm.
Right.
And vicious is if you roll an effect.
Right. Okay.
So
cool. So do you get bonus damage as well?
From my brawn.
Which is a no.
Is that a no?
Correct.
Okay.
So that is...
I mean, it's a +0.
5 plus
6,
vicious is 7.
Piercing activates twice.
2.
So it's piercing 4.
2, 4, 6, 7.
All the piercing.
It's piercing from the piercing 2 from the exploit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
then intense.
yeah.
If he actually did a wound, which we don't.
Nope. Yep. So these
Plus
are.
it's a headshot.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Did you use?
Yeah, he used
yeah,
the
he
2
did.
momentum for the headshot.
Okay.
Decaffeinated.
Maybe.
This was the gamble that I was hoping for. Well, the result I was gambling for.
All right.
It's dead just like that?
Just like that. So you leap at it. You stab through the whirling bone.
Jump stab!
Right, and as you do, you hit this darkened mass. Pretty much like water, suddenly without a bag to hold it in, it just, all the bones just crumble to the ground as dust. Okay? And you're like, click.
Move! Move! Move!
Yeah, that's...
That's eat.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Not going to keep it down, but nice shot.
Thou canst parry jump stab.
Okay.
Yeah, and we really need to push that door shut.
Yeah.
Well, now we deal with
No, yeah,
the
so
seconds.
you can push the door shut. You can't open it without the tools.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 keys. We're done.
Problem is, we show light in there.
Oh yeah,
Probably-
there's like guards or something coming.
That's fine. There's a door we can unlock. too.
Oh yeah, great.
All right. So you guys slither out before this thing reforms. Is
Yeah.
that what I'm understanding?
Hell yeah.
And push the door.
Okay. So I'm going to say, Fausto, you're standing over this thing, so I'm actually going to do a little bit of drama thing.
Yeah.
Probably not how it would happen, but I'm going to do it anyhow. So the first person to leave is Ibram, because he's... you're not wounded, are you? Yeah,
No, I'm not.
you're not wounded. So he leaves, kind of goes heads out. He's followed by Tomos and Ilva. Okay. However, you are just about, like, you're leaving, right? So you kind of push yourself through the thing. You take one last look at the statue, and in sort of the flickering light, it's like there's a wink. Right, you turn and look back. The stare just stares at you.
I'll just wink back and leave.
All right, so I'll give one of these to everybody. Yeah, that was a nice blow.
That was pretty rad.
Okay. Yeah, nice going. Okay. Yeah, so you can move Fausto out.
Yeah.
Right, I can't move from that screen. Da 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 da. Da.
Push.
Okay. And you guys push the door closed?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to say the desperation that you have to, not be in the same room with that thing helps you move that door. Okay, and you guys push the door closed.
Hopefully it doesn't push it open.
From somewhere outside, you hear, "What are you doing here?" in Dalkeshi, right? It's you don't hear anything else.
We go up to the other door.
Maybe hood the lantern, shut down our lights a bit,
Yeah.
just enough so we can just use the keys.
Okay, so you shelter the lantern.
Shelter the lantern.
And snuff the torch.
All right, so you snuff the torch, and you guys move up to the other corner. Okay. As you do so, Tomos, that lantern's super hot. Roll a couple of dice.
Yeah, I forget as much. 5 and a 6.
Okay, so take 2 points of fatigue from actually sheltering this red hot lantern underneath your. Right. Yeah, you don't hear anything. What, you know better, Zabir. You should not be here. Did you bring someone else here? Can't hear any response. Don't lie to me, Zabir. Oh, is that wine? Okay. Okay, off you go. Okay. So your one armor from detection has been spent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got those two questions on the table.
He's also got 11 doom.
Hooray! Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to carry this over to the next guy.
Of course you will.
Can't imagine why.
Suckers.
I don't think we're going to be out of here before we close up for the night.
All right. Okay. So it is. So you stand before the door now, though, rather than the last time you were here, which was, maybe an hour ago. Your torch, by the way, you can't relight it. There's not enough left of it left.
It's basically just
It
ashes.
only lasts an hour anyway, right?
That's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extinguish Ibran's light.
I mean, I have some too, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Okay. So
We're just staying dark.
So, but the door lies before you, and unlike last time, you have 3 keys.
Now, which keys go where is a matter.
Well, they seem unique shaped stars. 7 pointed in general.
Yeah.
but
So what happens is, like, when you grab one and put it in, like, you kind of twist it. It kind of like it clacks over the actual bronze itself. When you try a different one, kind of turn it once and it.
Yeah,
Right.
so there's a way it fits easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 keys, 3 locks, 3 people. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put in all 3 keys, sort of lock them in place, and then what happens?
I don't know what happened.
Turn them all at once.
Okay.
At the same time.
All right, so you turn them all at once. As you do so, you can actually feel resistance. The harder one person pushes, the harder the key is to turn. However, they do all turn at the same time, and you can feel like you're moving something heavy. On the other side, you can hear, and then finally, almost like a metallic clack that echoes through a chamber. Not this one, but on the other side. Okay. And the door itself actually kind of, like, as you do that, it's like, and almost like it falls back a little bit.
It was sealed.
Not anymore.
Okay. Now what?
Push it open.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
We don't
Does
really
the
want to
air
know what's...
seem foul or anything like
You haven't
that?
opened the door yet.
No,
What
open
are
the...
we doing?
We'll open the door.
Slackers.
All right.
Since I've got the light, I guess I'm going in first.
You push the door open.
2 per still open.
All right. So,
Oh.
That looks like an interesting shaped floor.
Uh-huh.
But you can see the pattern actually carries underneath the sides, the walls, so it's just the funky pattern, I assume.
Sure. Let's assume that. That's a good thing to assume.
I don't know if I like the holes in the middle.
Let's
That's what I mean,
carefully
it's-
prod the floor in front of us
Hey, you
before
want to
actually
search
walking on it.
before
Yep.
stepping forward? Yeah, do your job.
All right. Ouch.
You might want to flip Fausto and
Oh yeah.
Ivala.
Ilva.
Ilva. You know, I actually came across that name in a web novel I was reading.
All right. So Fausto,
For
you step
Frostwolf.
forward and go ahead and make an observation, please.
Can I help him with the observation at all?
Yeah, sure. If he makes a success.
Yeah.
2.
3. Well, 1. So a grand total of 3.
Okay, so put a momentum on the table. You step forward and you kind of feel around the floor. The floor. Okay, so first off, the floor is tiled, but then you realize that underneath the tile, it actually seems to have a bit of a. It actually moves down in the corner. Okay, and then when he presses on the other side, it kind of moves the other way, and like you're actually forcing against one another. But what happens is both of you are, when you pull it down, it actually, like, you push it down far enough on this side that it actually descends slightly until it ends with a kind of like a, it stops, right? Like you push it down and then there seems to be some resistance. It would appear that those holes there are some sort of tube device, right? That comes out of the ground, but they're also like a pole, and the floor seems to be like a square around it.
Oh, and it's on a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
That's fun.
In other words, we got to keep it balanced on both sides, or who knows what
Or
might
step
happen.
on the round bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acrobatics, eh?
Oh boy, I'm thrilled. This will go well.
Any anything unusual on the walls? Like there's something maybe lock them in place, or handholds to shimmy.
The walls themselves are covered with carvings, and it would appear to be the carving. It looks like there's one woman who kind of appears in a lot of the different carvings, and there's pictures of her like on a boat, pictures of her with a blindfold.
It'll be her. It'll be the
It'll be
princess.
Nethra.
Yeah. So there's those.
Those are
Does
cool.
anything that seem like it's a hidden mechanism to lock the floor in
Is
place?
there anything that looks like it's? I'm sorry. What was the operative word in that sentence?
Hidden.
Hidden.
Shall we do an observation check to see
That's
if
what I'm
You were saying it's rotating on one axis or two?
Well, what you know is they tilt both to the side, and now that you're on this side, you've actually pushed it down. And when you push it
Other
down,
side's
it
coming up a
yeah,
little
the
bit?
other side comes
Okay.
up a little bit.
Okay, so that's not super straightforward to.
Now, is that only on this part going down, correct?
Do you want to walk down and check it out?
No. I actually want to see if there's anything in this cubby behind us here.
Oh, yeah, you didn't look up. So right above you, there's like.
You forgot to say look up!
I didn't forgot. I just neglected to mention.
This cubby hole, it looks like perhaps it was meant to be some sort of statuary or something like that, because there's a base,
Okay.
but there's nothing on top of it.
Let me see. So it's a base with nothing on top of it.
Correct. It's either a missing statue or something that's incomplete.
No.
You don't know.
Or it's on
Or
the
it's a
room's
switch.
way.
Yeah.
Or it's an overly large switch.
What happens if all four of us stand on it?
All four of you stand on what?
The
The
statue
base.
plinth.
How big is the base for the statue?
Foot across.
So, for basically one person.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Or one statue.
Huh.
Statues are significantly heavier than people.
Well, it depends on the person.
And the statue.
Uh-huh.
So, do you want to? Should we try and carefully make our way down this corridor?
I want to find a switch that makes the floor lock in place.
Which is kind of what I'm almost thinking.
Hey, what happens when they tip the floor fully?
I don't know. Do you want to try it?
What's the consequence other than a wobbly floor?
Oh, I'm assuming that it'll fall away and you'll die horribly on whatever's underneath.
Probably spikes and poison spikes and spike poison.
Or giant insects.
Yeah.
Pit full of giant insects.
Snakes.
Yeah, they'd probably be dead by now, though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That didn't stop the bone thing.
Oh, yeah, my mistake. Zombie giant insects.
That's way better.
Do we want to just
Hooray.
walk across it then? Carefully?
Anything to observe, though, beyond that statue base?
The only other thing you notice is about halfway down the corridor, there are there's a pair of pillars, but low on the pillar there seems to be like a slot that goes right to the wall. Right, so the pillar comes down, and then there's a slot about that wide, and then the pillar continues underneath it.
In real life, this would be
It's
like
about the same. Actually, that slot is actually almost exactly the same height as the statue base.
Uh-huh.
Great. So, well, this would be like...
F5,
that's awesome.
quick save.
Quick save.
I'm one of those people.
So we ended up not bringing rope, right?
No,
we
I
did
have
bring
rope.
Okay.
Let's get good remembering.
We have rope.
We have rope.
The one thing I did forget, though, was the 10-foot pole.
Didn't we have one of those in the other room? It was 6 feet. But
It's
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah,
Wait,
there's
two.
two of them.
There's two, yeah.
Yeah, let's tie ourselves together with this rope
Okay.
so that we might save one another should we tumble
Or take us all down.
or take us all down. You never know. We could roll really badly.
Knowing the way our dice have been tonight. And the fact that we're still sitting on
they've been
on
they-
two.
Right. All right. Well, let's
Carefully go across the floor.
yeah. Let's tie ourselves together and make our way
So
down.
who's going first? Carefully across the floor.
I will lead because I've got the only source of light at the moment, I guess.
Well, I can light my torch now. I was just having it at as dark while we were
Yeah.
visible from the door.
So do you close the door though, so your light doesn't get out?
Yep.
Wait, are there keyholes on this side?
No,
the
there's a
keys in
large
blue.
locking mechanism on this side, like
Okay.
the actual, like the physical thing.
We can
Yeah, you're pretty sure you can't.
vault.
You're pretty sure you can't lock it from this side.
Hmm?
You're pretty
We
sure
can
you
close
can't
it, but
lock
we can't lock
Yeah,
it.
you can't lock it from this side.
To a
So
key.
grab the keys before
It's
we...
more, if it locks, can we open it from this
Okay,
side?
so before you move people and reveal a whole bunch of the map, let me tell you what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tomos, you guys tie yourselves together.
Yeah.
Tomos, you step on the first plate. Okay, as you step on the first plate, it seems pretty solid, right? You kind of push, don't really get anything. As you put your weight on it, you hear something shattering, as if like glass. Then suddenly, a smell sort of arises at your nose, and in the light, you can actually see something coming from out of that big hole in the middle of the floor.
Oh.
You see that. You see your light suddenly flare,
Ah!
and suddenly there's a woof.
Hooray!
No eyebrows.
Okay,
Probably more than that.
roll 4 dice, please.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be on fire. If I roll any effects,
6? How about both?
since I have 6, a 5, a 6, and a 3,
6, 5, 6, 3. So that's 3.
3 points of damage.
All right. Okay.
Effects.
So
And
whatever this is that kind of arises out of this, it has kind of an eggy smell to it, and then suddenly everything's on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, and like your clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 and 6 means that you are now a light. Okay, and you drop your lantern.
Oh, crap.
Did you?
We hadn't actually said that I was lighting it.
No.
I said I could.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. There's light in here.
Yep.
Because whatever it was that you shattered, the gas of it emerged from this hole and promptly detonated.
Yeah.
Neat.
Okay.
So I will stop, drop, and roll and try and get the fuck
Do you roll across the floor?
No.
Okay. By the way, the flame kind of shoots up to the sky, and you can see it like above you. There's nothing.
If there were, the bugs are cooked. It's all good.
Right. Okay. So you
just dances across the stone ceiling before it goes
Yeah,
out.
exactly. So
Right,
go ahead.
let's-
You can roll a athletics, survival, or acrobatics. Whichever's
Can I
best.
do healing to help put them out?
Survival's better.
Okay, do it.
Or it would have been.
What'd you roll?
No successes.
No successes. Okay. So you now is anybody? Oh, you didn't get any successes, so no one can help you. Okay. So you're like, trying to wave it out. Okay. It doesn't want to go out. No botches though, right?
No.
No
So
botches.
you didn't light anybody else on fire. That's
No.
good.
Hooray.
So let's go ahead and roll 2 dice damage.
Two more 5s.
2 or 5s. You're already on fire.
Yeah.
So
Which is 2 points of damage,
okay.
which fills up the rest of my vigor.
Okay. So you will take a harm burns. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and you kind of step backwards and you collapse to the ground. You are now unable to help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you run forward to try to pat him out.
Yar.
Okay. What are you using to do that?
Well, I've got my funky tunic. I was
So yes, I'm gonna say athletics, I guess.
Harry. Survival.
Harry.
Melee?
Survival. I think maybe probably be a good choice. How to deal with burning? Yeah, go for it.
Oh, you and healing. I'll use the momentum.
What's your?
Oh. Sulfur smell added by people will, yeah. Probably right up there with
Oh yes!
Oh.
Yes, we're going downtown. Oh yeah.
Did you just get burned or did I just get another harm?
What skill were you using for that?
Survival.
Okay.
Because he didn't give me the option for healing.
Do you have anything that you can re-roll
No.
survival with? Okay.
Hell out of mine now.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so that's bad.
You said you don't keep more than which one's gonna go first?
Well, I'm just gonna say it's this one.
Where does that one come from?
What's that?
That one.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's complications that are stacking up. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is you step away, right?
Mm-hmm.
You notice, however, that as you are sort of looking down, like you go to pat him out, okay, and you can't. He's on fire, right? This is bad, by the way, because if you take more wounds after you're at 0 vigor, it automatically becomes a harm.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's real bad.
That's real bad. So there's that. Second thing, however, is that the explosion, the panel kind of went up, locked in place, and then as you kind of move away, right, suddenly that panel sort of smashes down on the far side. Okay? Get where this is going, right?
Another glass
Yeah.
and more flame. More
Yes.
gas.
But this time for everybody.
Hooray.
Okay, so everybody,
That's
4
two
dice.
complications for me.
Is that
in
including
one
me?
night?
Oh, yes.
Oh, lovely.
Straight damage.
Straight damage. No. Good point. Acrobatics to dodge.
Other than me.
Alas, yes.
If I've already rolled, does this roll stand if I dodge, or
Nope.
do I re-roll it? Alright, well, we'll...
Are you're letting us dodge without the doom, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is this a combat?
It's not combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
I'm just.
Acrobatics. 2 successes!
Woo! Okay.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
I-
you have 0.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 7.
Okay.
I have
You didn't start the fire, it was always burning.
69.
Dude!
Nice.
1 success, so 5 successes altogether. Correct?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, you are unable to roll because
Yeah.
you are...
Burning and out of vigor.
Correct. Yeah, so you're basically trying to put yourself out, right?
However,
Ah.
did you lose video?
No, I still have video.
Oh, nope. It's frozen.
I have.
No, it seems to
Oh,
be back
that's
now.
already there.
Wow. Okay, so... Yeah, you're going to... yeah.
There's no way around it.
Did we
Do you have fortune point?
I do.
Did we
You can
generate?
spend it to act.
Did we generate any momentum from that?
Yeah, you would have all generate. Everybody who rolled 2 would have generated 1 momentum.
So there's 2 momentum there. You want to spend some momentum?
Sure, I'll spend 1.
Well, he can spend a fortune point to act while he's at 0 vigor.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Okay, he needs to spend that though to act.
Yeah.
There's no bonus. It's just he gets to act.
Yeah. That was then. He could
No, this
spend
was
his momentum.
as I'm using that to act to avoid
At the same time that
at the
we
same
are.
time your guys are making those momentum, so I cannot use those
Sure
momentum.
you can.
Oh,
They're on the table.
Just use both because you can't afford to.
so this is acrobatics, so 9 or less.
This is when he rolls 4 20s.
Hey! 3.
3 successes.
I thought you said. Who else thought? Okay, so you need 2 because you were injured.
Yeah,
So that'll be 1 momentum on the table. All right, you guys.
but I'm still on fire.
Yeah, it's like you all smell it. The light, something. You're like, "Fa!" Or you say that word in your culturally appropriate languages.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just going to make a small modification here, which is none of you are in that room anymore.
We all left out.
Okay.
I'm still down and trying to put
Fire,
fire,
fire, fire, fire, fire, fire, fire.
Yes. Is there somebody in there?
I don't know. It wasn't going. There's a light switch.
Yep. All right, and it is now 10:30, so I think we're going to call it there.
Yep.
The room has just blown up, right? You have no idea how bad it was. What you know is you all just avoided 4 dice of fire damage, and we're going to pick it up from there next round, next game. I am going to hang on to my doom because you guys are mid-adventure. You guys will you will regenerate 1 fortune by next round.
Okay.
What I think we'll end up with though is
I need
I'm going to roll that. Well, yeah. So yes, you tried to put him out. That led to chaos. You dodged out of the room. He's still on fire, so you're going to roll damage. Any damage you take will automatically
That could be
inflict a harm.
just 1 or
Just 1. Yeah.
3 and 4.
3 and 4s. 3 and 4s.
Nope.
1 and a 5.
All right. So you'll take another harm. Does anybody try to put him out?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Survival or give me another skill that you think.
resistance?
No.
No.
Resistance is you, man.
Uh,
You're the best survivalist.
Yeah, not with that roll. I'm happy to try again.
All right. There's a momentum on the table.
Yeah.
yeah.
That didn't help last time either, but 11 and 3.
Oh my
For fuck's sake!
goodness! All right. We'll just.
Wow, okay, that's,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
You're out.
I'm out. What? You mean I'm actually...
Out of fire, I
Yeah,
succeeded.
you're no longer on fire.
Okay.
The
So
good news is
you're
I get to
succeeded.
heal you after. I'm sorry.
But I have to use one of these right
Yeah.
away.
now are you on fire?
Okay. She rips off your cloak,
Yep.
your satchel, all of that kind of stuff,
Yep.
and you lose equipment, aka your rope.
Okay.
Okay. And your weather cloak, that's all destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's tossed away in a burning heap on the far side. Okay.
Okay. And we'll end it there.
All right. Yeah, so we'll call it there. Thank you for joining us. I can tell you, my players have had probably the worst die rolling in Well, at least this week. And so
I normally never roll 20s, and I rolled 3 tonight.
Yeah, so we will we'll
dice
join
are
them next
trying to
week
kill
as
me.
they attempt to continue their search of this place that they were sent to by the definitely trustable Zabir, the Dragomon. And we'll see what happens next time. Anyhow, thanks for joining us, and talk to you later.
Talk to you later.